Okay. People can see us. People can hear us. If they tip their bartenders well, they might even be able to smell us. Oh my gosh. What a spicy day.
Feel
hey, swarthy, that's what it is.
Never breathe us in directly. Always waft towards your face.
You don't wanna hit
Don't
it
breathe
straight.
in
You gotta
directly.
Yeah, O-Day Defenders is best sprayed in the air and walk through like a fine cologne.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
I just spray that shit all over me.
Hey, Jake, we're on a PG stream.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Wait, are we?
PG-13.
I thought we were on.
We were.
This is the only F-bomb we're allowed.
Oh, okay.
Hey, there's a Bert. Hey, Bert. People out there in Twitch land, why don't you let us know how we're coming through? Audio looks good on my end, but it's good to know how you guys think about it. Nope, that's not accurate. That's Christopher. What PG?
What?
Reading chat. I don't even know.
Oh. We're just responding. Bert said the taste app isn't working, and we were responding in that it is, in fact, what he's tasting is correct.
Like early 80s PG.
Yeah.
Back when
Gremlins.
PG, yeah.
We're Gremlins level PG.
It's so
Speaking
great.
of Gremlins, I have one here.
Is there a gremlin?
I hope so.
579. I don't know why we're
When you turn your
dropping
bright lights
frames.
down.
Yes, a 6-year-old blonde gremlin just showed up next to me.
Nice.
Very
Throw
heavy
water at her.
lipstick, very big ears, hanging
No,
out.
wait, that's the wrong thing.
Can I
Throw
have
her
a
in the
glass of
sunlight.
Water? No.
Okay, yeah, Bert's got it right. All right, hey, welcome to the show. We're the Defenders of Kobold, and we're here to play some Dungeon Crawl classics. Specifically, we're still digging through the Hex Crawl that's in issue 1 of the Phylactery zine. Right there, you can kind of see it, of Planet X Games. They're working on number 2 right now. Yeah. That's what we're doing. We're playing that. So last session, the party went to a pyramid inside and found an office building that belonged to the ancient ferret robot creatures that dwelled in this land. They went inside and they fought Daryl, but from Slither, and they fought a giant robot dragon, and they rescued the Toxic Avenger's girlfriend. My phone's going off now. Phone, why are you doing that?
Look, you're burying the lead.
I'm burying the lead.
Dude, we got shotguns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Shotguns.
The party now has just straight up guns now.
Which they like to use on their party members.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
Ironhide over there can take it.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Jeremy, I haven't used the shotgun on you. Just the Derringer.
And the little laser thing.
That was
And
an accident.
no one got
Yeah,
mad at him
yeah.
for that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That was nice.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Guided by
Everything's
the hand
great.
that talks above.
Yeah, I
When
think
you
so.
shoot your friend and your friend is Wolverine, everything is fine.
I was
That's
just
true.
Testing your regenerative powers. That's all.
Thank you.
Pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
You were proving the power of Dog Sothoth.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Sure. Okay.
So yeah, that's what we did. Is there? Oh, you guys also, you have your very first Wyvern Orb Zeta, so you can collect all 7 of them and make a wish. Because I was sitting there one day and I'm like, you know what? It'd be fun to put, the dollar store knockoff of Dragon Ball Z.
What are you talking
In a
about? This is
game.
a wholly original concept.
Oh my
I will not
gosh,
have
copyright.
you disparage your own intellectual property like
Copyright.
this.
Right,
Yeah.
Kobold, 2020.
That's it. So let's go through and do introductions. I'm Chuck, Defenders of Kobold. We have a zine out called Dan Dies in the End. We were getting super duper close to getting print on demand, and then I got the proof today, and everything is terrible. So we're not as close to print on demand as I was hoping, but that's how life goes. So go to Drive-Thru RPG and just look for Dan Dies in the End. It's a wonderful zine. And yeah, let's go through the list. Tell us who you are, plug your pluggables, and then tell us about your character. We'll go in the order of the template. So we'll kick it off with Jeff.
Jeff, Adventures in Lollygagging. I play games on the internet. Twitch.tv/thelollygaggers. You can catch us on Mondays or every other Monday, including this coming Monday, playing Alien, as we started up a new Alien campaign. Both Jeremy and Chuck can be seen in that. And you can find us like every weekend we play something. So earlier today we played some Electric Bashland. Next week we're going to be playing some Mutant Year Zero. And we also are on the Free League Publishing channel and on the Zweihander RPG channels.
That's it.
I am playing Brother Vernon, who is a cleric of Dog Sathoth. So Joseph is this beautiful little golden retriever that we rescued, though I like to think he rescued us. Pretty much the first session of the game, and slowly over the course of time, we've come to realize that he is not just a adorable, beautiful, wonderful little golden retriever, but is in fact a cosmic entity that is outside of space and time. And really kind of dictates everything we do in the party. And I've slowly recruited everyone to that religion.
Yeah, it's quite wonderful.
You're just telling us facts right there, Jeff. Those
really
are all
is.
just facts.
Yeah, I'm not here to lie. I'm just here to tell the truth.
Yep. Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, redheaded stepchild of the Defenders. They're actually foolish enough to let me run a Supers game this coming Wednesday called Spectaculars. You can come check that out every other week. Lots of awesome people doing amazing and silly things. And if you really like superhero stuff, you can also check out a podcast called The Plutecast, where nerdy folks will talk about fun things. I'm playing Silas, who was once just a simple lizard man hunter, but is in a weird way become born again. He's seen the light of Dog Sathoth and also ate some sort of moon rock and now can regenerate and may or may not be immortal. I don't know.
I think that's a yes.
Seems like a yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty
As long
cool.
as one cell survives.
As long as one cell survives. It's pretty ridiculous.
All right.
So,
yeah.
Can I get a
For
judge
those-
ruling on like atomic annihilation? Is he dead, or does
As long as a cell survives, so he needs to be like cell degraded to zero, all of them, basically.
Yeah.
if
So,
a
like-
rock is shielding a toenail cell, he survives?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's-
Okay.
I just realized that Silas is my favorite Junji Ito character, Tomi, because Tomi operates in the exact same way. Like, even if you murder her down, like if there's one drop of blood, she will regenerate from that one drop of blood, which is
Nice.
it's Silas
Yay.
all over.
It
Chuck,
also.
don't
Yep.
you have a character that sounds very similar to Jeremy's powers?
Do I have a
Isn't there-
character?
Not a character, but like
Okay.
perhaps a monster or something like that.
Some
who also
reoccurring
Oh, yeah.
villain of sorts.
Are you talking about Kashi?
I might be.
Yeah, Kashi the Deathless, as written, coming out in Dan Dies in the End issue 2, which should be out in like a month or so. So yeah, you can put your own immortal characters in your games. There was something I was going to say. I don't remember.
Sorry.
That's okay. That was a worthwhile interruption. So, let's see. That was Jeremy. We'll go to Friendon.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Brendan. I'm with the Defenders of Kobold. I'll be playing Skorg tonight. He's kind of a mighty deed slinging warrior of ill repute that likes to collect the heads of his enemies and create armor and masks out of them. You know, a normal thing
normal
that people
stuff.
do. And I'm looking forward to also swinging a greatsword, which gets very jealous if I slay anyone with anything but it, which means the shotguns are probably persona non warrior for tonight for me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll still be killing stuff. It's what, as I do.
Mhm.
That's me. That's who I play. My voice can't get higher than this. Please move on.
Okay. Jake.
I am Jake with the Defenders of Kobold, and I would like to plug the Defenders of Kobold.
There you go.
And I'll be playing an elf by the name of Baron Menace, who is an elf, and he has a brass hammer that can fly around.
So, and also, Jake, last session I was very neglectful on your hammer, because your hammer, like Friendon's sword and like Jeremy's trident, it's got a little bit of personality to it. Friendon's is definitely the most outwardly noticed, aggressive personality. Luckily, and it's almost very good pairing, that Jeremy's his trident's desires. Silas has actually been naturally doing the work that the trident once done.
Nice.
So there's not a lot of clues there, but the trident's actually really happy in its current ownership.
Wonderful.
So, and then I need to make sure that I start really putting out what your hammer wants, because I didn't last session. So I'm going to start doing that this session. So it'll be exciting for you all to get to see how that's going to play out. It's going to be great. Super great.
Yes.
So we'll move on, because we talked about your character. We talked about you. To Jen.
Hi, it's me. I'm Jen. I'm a defender of Kobold. Like 3-4 months strong.
Something like that.
It
Yeah.
hasn't been that long. Like I said, I don't do anything outside of the folks in this group. So where you find them, you find me typically. Tonight I am playing Four Finger Frankie, who is a thief, a cutthroat at this point. And she's amazing at opening doors, is what we found out.
That's
Just
true.
the best at opening doors.
So good.
Yeah, and so she's a little creepy when it comes to like bodily stuff, like talking about body functions and educating the masses. But ultimately, I'd like to think that she gives more than she takes from the world.
No. There we go. Hey, Ashley. Christopher.
I am Christopher from Two Old Guys Games. We have Rules of Engagement, Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden, Sinking the Stir Cararius, all available on Drive-Thru RPG and 2oggames.com/shop. This month we're releasing, it's just been announced on Twitter, well, it was like sneak peeks, we're releasing 2 things. The Village of Death, a very Halloween-esque adventure. Lots of brains. And Let's Be Bad Guys, Pirates, which is an alternate funnel to Sinking the Stir Cararius, which was super complex. This is more of a riff on Firefly. You don't get to be the crew of Firefly, though, sorry. You have to fight the crew of Firefly. And I'm an honorary defender of Kobold.
And there we go.
I am playing Casimir, whom everyone despises because he says the 4 most dangerous words in DCC all the time. I cast a spell. And then mayhem ensues because one of the manifestations is that he's tormented by the memories of a dead blood god or something and then goes crazy for X amount of mayhem.
There we go. That's it.
But he tries. Now he's got a new companion that we'll talk about as soon as it shows up.
Oh. Who is your new companion? Do I know about this companion?
Yes, we talked about it. It's 2 things. One of them we found in the pyramid, and the other half of it I will pick up as soon as I'm allowed.
Oh, okay. Okay. We talked about that. Yeah.
We did. I didn't say the companion was going to have action.
Yeah. I remember.
Yay.
Aha.
Oh boy.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's gonna be
totally fine. It's totally fine.
Okay.
You all step out of this office building. It's the wee hours of the morning. You've been fighting all night. And you're ready to continue your journey to the icon that you found on the map at the northeast corner, a strange icon, an orb of some form with an upside down lowercase t inside of it. Because you all have heard a rumor. Does someone want to fill me in on what this rumor you heard about that place is?
There's a cult, and the people there don't age, and there's a big graveyard, which I think we only found out because we do have 2 grave diggers in the party. But that's all Skorg remembers.
Skorg, cult is sort of it's got a negative connotation. It's
Oh.
just a group of people with like-minded. That's all.
Alternative view religious sect?
Something of the sort.
Very strict and weird rules.
It implies a negativity that I'm just not comfortable with.
No, that's fine. I try to be a positive person. I do.
Okay. Yeah, so it's, like I said, wee hours of the morning. You all walk out of the, front door of this pyramid/office building. Let's see. Baron, immediately you start feeling unease at something, but you're not sure what.
But we left the scary place.
You did.
Why do I feel so uneasy all of a sudden?
You go ahead and give me a personality test.
Ooh, personality test.
Yeah.
Casimir's not wearing clothes again.
Oh, jeez.
That's what it is.
Wait, so I'm Casimir now?
Yes. Welcome to the club, brother.
Oh boy.
15 on my personality check.
Sure. You get a feeling, a very uneasy feeling that you're afraid. You're afraid of falling straight up into that giant unknown pit that's above you. You really want to go back inside the pyramid.
I'm gonna take a couple steps back away from the party towards the pyramid as I look up into the sky, hoping that I don't lose my footing.
Yeah. And as you kind of move back into the pyramid, there's a great sense of relief. And you get the guess that this sensation is actually kind of originating from your hammer.
I will set the hammer on the ground and take a step back out of the pyramid.
Feel fine.
Janky hammer. I'll take the hammer, then I'll step back out.
You feel the fear, and just so you know, so we can put this plainly. This hammer is clearly of dwarven make, and sometimes dwarves are a little uncomfortable being out in the open with that giant open sky that they could just fall off into. So, while you are outside from now on, and you go to use your hammer, you get a -1 die size to all functions with that hammer.
Jeez. This is what I get for knowing Dwarvish.
So that's what I wanted to put out there about your hammer. While you're with your hammer, you're afraid of being outside because there's no ceiling above you, and that's fucking weird.
That's great.
So, what's the plan?
We're standing near that swamp lake thing, right?
This pyramid is in Bimini's Lake, which is that swamp.
I am trying to get to a patch of somewhat clear water so that I may fill the carafe of Umwanch with water so that I may communicate with him at all times.
Sure thing.
Nice.
You spend a few minutes searching, and yeah, you find a relatively clear, not so murky chunk of water you can fill your carafe up with.
I do so, and I immediately begin talking to it.
Okay.
Umwanch, my lord, I know you can hear me. I have found a way to carry you with me at all times.
There you go.
Casimir, aren't we mostly water too? You could just lean down and talk to your nipples, I think.
I'm going to agree with him as I'm
nipples.
drinking from my flask of water that I carry with me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just spilling down my chin.
They are all
Dogs
giving
living.
70%
Cut to
of
Silas,
themselves.
who's taking a shower.
They are all giving 70% of themselves to you. We shall make use of that.
That's wonderful.
Awesome.
Okay. So just tell me what the plan is. Where do you want to go? What direction you want to go? You guys can see the little map there. Are you heading straight to the northeast to the graveyard? You're going to be kind of sort of passing close to whatever this weird mark is on the map. Are you just bypassing that entirely to go straight to the graveyard? Is that my correct understanding?
I think
Is there
so,
water
unless
pouring
like
into
something really obvious like comes for like if something comes straight for us,
Yeah.
you know.
Why don't we like swing past the weird thing on the map on the way to the graveyard? And like Silas said, if something jumps out, it jumps out.
Okay.
Hey, is anybody injured, hungry, tired, those types of things?
Yes.
I know you're very hungry. I know.
I'm injured. I'm a bit injured.
All right, I'll try to pop off a few heals, I guess.
I almost feel bad
If
because
I
most
must.
injuries are my fault.
Not this time.
Okay. I'll try to lay on hands. Score.
It's true. I just disappeared in that
good.
last pyramid to like where no one could see.
Yeah.
You get. Well, you're adjacent to me, so you get 2 dice.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Cool.
Anybody else need me?
Oh, that's a decent amount of healing.
That's exactly full.
I mean, sure, why not? I still have a little bit of a hole in my backside.
Where did that come from? That's so very strange.
Yeah.
Let me just put my shotgun back first. No, this doesn't. This
The
isn't the
Dillinger falls
heal
out of your
You know,
pocket.
Silas, I don't know much about lizard people, but it's very natural for humans to have a hole in their backside. One. But
Oh, wow. That's
is
a
that
good
the way
heal
it is for
test.
lizard people as well?
Yeah, quit your cloaking about this.
Maybe don't. Maybe
Oh my
don't heal that
gosh.
one up. God.
Silas, you get 5
Take
dice.
3 of those.
Okay.
You got an
I
8 and
won't
an
just
8.
hold
I'm
for
good.
That's
keep
20
tapping it.
points of healing. That's pretty good.
The sad thing is, like, I can regenerate, but Silas just doesn't because it's your fault. He's hurt. So he makes you heal.
Son of a bitch, you're risking a disapproval. Oh, boy. Okay.
Disapproval
Anyone
from
else?
whom?
Anyone else? I am on a fucking roll. Oh, shit, I dropped.
Oh, god dang.
I just ran.
That's 2 already today. We're in like
2
what,
naughty words. We're in the
Oh,
first
no, where
20
that
minutes.
came
no,
from.
2
That just-
F-bombs.
Oh, really?
That
One.
F-bomb.
Just Arden's feeling it,
Oh,
man.
I was feeling so
Definitely
excited.
in R-rated territory, even in the
Whoops.
80s.
Oh my gosh. I didn't
I know,
even
revenge.
realize I dropped one. It's like breathing for
Sorry.
me. It just happens.
I didn't even bring it up. I was like, it's Chuck.
I am on a fudging roll. I am on a fudge roll.
Ooh.
Hmm. I want a
That's no.
foothold.
That sounds worse.
I'm just
No, it's
hungry
perfect.
now.
Fudge roll.
I'm
I want your
just
fudge roll
hungry
in my
now.
mouth right now.
Now Silas is hungry.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Silas, who has a hole in his backside that doesn't heal, and Jeff is on a fudge roll.
I pull out like a week-old donut that's like a fudge roll. Just
That's
put it
great.
right in Silas's mouth.
Irene, I feel you. Just,
Mm.
I don't even realize I do it anymore. Like, I go, like, the rare occasions I'll go into the office, people just hanging out with me for a day. They're like, oh, Chuck, we've forgotten how much you just curse all the time.
And Chuck's a real life giant, so no one's going to really call him out on it
Yeah.
in real time in person.
I'm
Well,
not.
you don't recognize, like, I've moved near Chuck and seen Chuck in person now. Chuck is a mountain of a man. Chuck is like 1,000 feet tall,
Yeah.
made of muscle and
His
grit.
camera is like a mile away from him right now.
This
Yeah.
is
It
like
is.
this is like a 5-star review for Chuck on Amazon right now.
It is.
Ooh.
Mountain of a man.
Yeah.
He is. He's magnificent.
It's
I'd
a
climb Chuck.
4-car garage, and he's in one corner, and the camera's in the other.
Mhm.
Would climb again.
Would
I
climb
can
again,
reach
yeah.
for my camera and like it's so far away.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, a chuck of a review. That's great. So you all head out, wading through the swamp, kind of heading. I'll just draw a line for what my understanding of your intended path is. Let's get a different color. Let's go with blue.
Ew.
Your intent is to swing by that while heading there.
I didn't even see any line. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you gotta wait for me to let go. That's right, old Jeff. I do rule.
Just gonna graze it. Get just right next to the tip.
So, as you start moving through the swamp, you see kind of rising the distance coming towards you, this old mill, and it's kind of resting on a high section of the swamp. So it's actually on dry land, or as dry as you can get in a swamp. And you can see it's this, old windmill. It's got rotted kind of basic fencing around it, like an old farmstead almost. And it's got this cabin attached to the side of the windmill. And the entire thing, it looks like the swamp's trying to take it back. It's grown over with, there's vines and moss and assorted plants. Just foliage kind of growing all over it. But you can very clearly see this mill with a small house attached to it. You're gonna just go around it, or you want to investigate? What are you doing?
Is it a windmill?
Yeah, it's got they're all kind of broken off. It's not spinning whatsoever.
That's not my god. I'm not interested.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a spell.
Sure.
I will take a moment as we're all staring at the mill. I will think hard, and you will all see as a small ripple opens up in my forehead. Actually, no, that's not right. As my eyes begin to fuse shut. There we go. That's what it is.
Oh,
Good. One
good.
moment. Let's see if there's anything useful here. And
Ooh.
okay, so
All right.
let me look this up. What I got. All right, so second sight, it's not like I obviously know what's happening, but it does give me kind of like some hint. So it's a hint of possible outcomes. So if I spend some time concentrating on a choice that's got to be made in the next 30 minutes, like I'm trying to decide whether it's a good idea or whether it's a rewarding idea to go explore this mill.
Mm-hmm.
I should get kind of a general sense of whether it will be like kind of beneficial.
Okay.
But it
So would
does
you say
also
you're getting some general mills?
I'm getting some general mills, yes. But there is an 80% chance that the sense the cleric receives is as accurate. So there's a 20% chance that it's inaccurate. So.
Okay. Give me a percentile. We'll call 20 or lower. It's going to be... Well, actually, no. Don't do that.
Probably keep it...
That's got to be secret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get my dice out. I got dice. I'm going to roll.
So my eyes
them.
just completely fused shut. Like,
Okay, I see a mill. I see a weird G. You know what a G is?
Your second sight comes back, and you get the feeling that there's something worthwhile. There's something hidden here, buried somewhere in the ground outside of the house. Some form of treasure.
Frankie, there is something hidden in the ground as a
A
fellow
body?
grave robber. Possibly.
I'm
a
interested.
body. It's very valuable. That's dogs of thought. It's never stolen. It's never steered me wrong. So clearly, it's just a small detour.
I
Don't
am.
know where exactly?
Listen, graveyard's a graveyard to me. Put a body in the ground, you got a graveyard. So
That's science.
sometimes it's a grave patio. Sometimes it's a grave backyard. That works
Grave
too.
basement. I've made a
A grave
grave
basement?
basement before. Oh, I'm not
Let's go
supposed to talk
see.
about that.
We're just putting the word grave in front of other
I'm gonna
things
say I've
now.
had
Wonderful.
dreams about, and then I just stopped. Like
I've had a grave donut.
Yes.
Ooh.
I want a great
Wait.
donut.
Never
If
wanted
shotgun?
donut. Like-
If that thing's being put in something makes him a grave, does that mean every sandwich I've ever had has been a tiny grave for whatever animal meat was on it?
Yes, I'd
Why do you
like
think
that.
sandwiches are Frankie's favorite food?
Is this where the word gravy comes from?
Oh, I thought it was because it was finger food.
Yes.
That too. It all comes together.
Wow.
So
This is
All
a
right, so
grave
check 'em
situation.
out.
I'm gonna go ahead
we're in.
and pull both shotguns off that, and I'm gonna double cock them. Let's go rob some shit, and I'm just gonna start moving forward.
Jeff, naughty.
I did it again. I'm sorry. I don't know what's up today.
Jeff,
I
naughty,
streamed earlier.
It's all right.
I'm tired.
It's the English
So
accent that
sorry.
makes you a villain in every movie.
I feel like everything I say with that English accent, it's not really a cuss word. Like,
Yeah, it's
'cause
just
those
so
aren't really
charming.
English cuss words. I
It's
gotta
too
say it like
proper.
Until you get to the
other
proper cuss words.
Exactly.
Yes.
words. Yeah.
Until I say,
Mm.
well, I'm
Too
gonna say it.
All right.
All right.
So we're
Shall we
checking out
switch
the
around
General
a bit?
Mills.
Yeah, that's great.
We're generally checking
damn
out
it.
the mill.
I'm gonna mill about and see if I can find the grave.
God bless it.
I'm gonna go against the grain
Gosh,
and
dang
away
it.
from the party.
Oh, that's a good one. I would pay him for that one.
No, I was writing down notes about what you're getting ready to do, and like your words channeled through my hand. So all of a sudden, I'm writing down da 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 General Mills. Oh, that's not what I wanted to write.
The power of puns compel
Captain
you.
Kellogg's going to be really pissed off with this stream.
Yeah.
I think we oats to get going.
Oh God.
Mhm.
So yeah, the mill. You can see. How do you want to handle this? It's on this circular, plot of land that's raised a little bit. It looks like a natural kind of mound here in the swamp. This fencing kind of goes around the entirety of it, but you can see there's a gate in the front.
Can I
Bert's right.
sneak up?
Sorry.
Can I sneak up and also be looking for traps at the same time?
Sure. Give me
Okay.
your
Nice.
give me each roll.
My snack. There's my snack.
Wow.
That's a
Where's
20.
Frankie? Did she disappear?
Wow,
She did it
super
again.
sneaky. That's a crit 20 on that sneak.
It's-
That's awesome. You just become one with the swamp.
I've been known to do that.
Uh huh.
True.
So
Does
give
the
me
crit
your.
20 mean we get luck?
Yes, it does. That is a great point. Everyone gets a point of fleeting luck. Thank you for the
Ooh.
Bert
reminder.
also,
Frankie.
Bert also donated 115 bits earlier to give us one as well.
I think actually,
Yay.
has Bert given us 2 sets of 100 bits?
He might have. I saw one.
Sure.
We'll call
for
it.
sure.
We'll call it 2. Everyone,
Yay.
for the session, you're up to 3 points of fleeting luck.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna roll my
I
find
already
trap.
had 5.
Sure.
Nice.
That was a pretty bad one. Why is that so
That's
low?
terrific.
But it wasn't a
It
1.
shouldn't be right. Oh, your find traps is a lower score. Okay, you're
Yeah,
better
my
at
find traps
sneaking
is
than finding traps. Okay.
Yes, I am.
So yeah, you move up silently. Nothing, absolutely nothing could hear you, even if they wanted to.
Okay.
You check out the gate. You do see there's some thorned vines kind of wrapped around sections of the gate. Not necessarily a trap, but if you were to have walked through this carelessly, it might have entangled someone. But you're clearly able to, you see it, you know it's there, so you spend just a few moments with a dagger or something, or your little shovel, cutting bits of the vine away and carefully pulling it away, so that way it won't be a threat to your friends as the rest of you move through.
Do I notice or hear anything as I'm sneaking up? Does anything become more apparent as I get closer?
No, not really. I mean, you don't hear
Okay.
anything coming, just the sounds of the swamp, animals, birds, maybe a little splash in the water here and there.
Good.
The squelching
Fly.
of swamp.
Squelching of swamp. Yeah, but you, from where you are, and you're kind of towards the gate, approaches towards the front of the house in the mill. So yeah, you're able to safely open this gate, letting the rest of your crew move through
leave people in.
unharmed.
Hooray.
Cheerios.
So you're holding your shotgun.
Yeah, and it's backwards too.
Oh God.
I don't even know. if
Got
it's
my
loaded.
shield up.
It might not be loaded.
You've got dog Sithoth on your baby Bjorn.
Check your corners, everyone. Check your corners.
Umwanch, I
Outside,
feel like
there are no corners.
there will be a sacrifice to you sooner rather than later.
So Yeah, you all move into this gated area. Now the fence, it's really hard to really pick it up as a fence because the vines and the foliage and the grow, it's all kind of like really the swamp is trying to take this back. So what's the plan? You can see there is a door to the mill, and it is actually, it's closed. It is overgrown, so you'd have to spend a little bit of time to like cutting to get inside. The door to the cabin, it looks like it was kind of swinging open, but it's kind of rotted, so it's kind of fallen over. So like the top half of the door is lying on the porch next to the bottom half of the door, and it's the bottom half set maybe like a foot open.
I'd like to.
I would like to go inside. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Agreed. Everything will be fine.
So yeah.
In fact, I will move ahead of the party so as to get inside.
Oh.
I get what you're doing. You're
Yes.
doing. That's wonderful, Jake. Thank you. Yeah, you lead the way. It's great. Nothing could be wrong inside.
Exactly.
And so you walk inside, and it's just everything is overgrown with moss and vines. It's like a 2 or 3 room little thing. Like there's the main, living area, which is also the kitchen and the dining room. And you can see there's a couple of bedrooms kind of off this main room. At the table in the front room, initially you're kind of confused by what you're looking at. It's just this huge form kind of growing up off one side of the table until you realize it looks like it was at one point a body that slumped over in a chair, and it's completely overgrown with these vines and this moss. But there's this weird kind of like almost horn growing out of the back of its head. Yeah.
Oh no.
And
I
so
will look out and I'll say, Frankie, you ought to take a look at this.
Yeah, that's not normal for a human. I don't have much in terms of healing, but I do approach with a readied backstab just in case this thing like pops up.
Okay. So if you're wanting to, inspect this body or anything, you'll need to give me an intelligence test. And I have noted that your dagger or your weapon is at the ready, just in case things go sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not really sure. Like it's weird. It looks like this person is slumped over kind of back in their chair. This protrusion out of the back of their head, it's like 4 inches long, and it's just like right out of the top crown of their head, just pointing straight out. And actually, while kind of looking around, you can see that their right arm is like drooped down to the ground. And it's while you're kind of moving up to it, you kick something on the ground, and initially you think it's like a loose board or something like that, or a stick. But as you move it out to the side a little bit, you realize it's a really old crossbow. Like the metal bits are completely rusted over in it. The string is long gone. But it's just a really basic crossbow lying on the ground next to him.
Okay.
I'm glad you're enjoying this, Jeremy.
I'm a good person.
I say I relay
Jeremy
this.
typed creep show into chat until you mentioned the crossbow. And I was like, oh, jeez.
So, what else you want to do? Anything else you want to do with this body? Or if you want to, I don't know, like physically inspect it, you could gain more information. But just standing there looking at it.
I would probably do that since I'm already making my way up to it. I would probably keep investigating until I understood something. So even though it puts me in danger, I would probably do it.
So yeah, you do your investigation some. You kind of move some of the vines and moss aside. You find clothes under there. The body it's been dead for years, but the humidity and the moisture in the air kind of stopped it from completely rotting away, and it's given a little structure, allowing it to kind of stay in its position. As you get to the head, you actually do find that it's a crossbow bolt sticking out of the back of this dude's head. So yeah, it looks like this person ate a crossbow bolt.
Okay. I relay that to the party. Say, this guy has a problem. It's a crossbow bolt through his mouth.
Well, died of natural causes. Then ain't nothing unnatural about dying when you get shot with a crossbow bolt in the back of the head.
Absolutely true.
I'd look
So
around
true.
at all the swampy badness and I'd say, yep, it had to be natural causes.
Yeah.
Totally.
So did everyone go inside, or some of you still outside?
I'm inside for sure at this point.
I'm on the cusp talking to the carafe of water.
I'm with Silas, trying to teach him how to use a shotgun incorrectly.
Blowing
If you
holes
want
and
to
stuff
give
behind you.
a shotgun to me, I'll take it.
No, no,
'Cause
no.
it's one less that you're carrying.
It's just. Oh, you're concerned that I might hurt my shoulders by carrying two. That's very. It's very. sweet of you,
Yes,
Silas.
Very
that is
kind.
exactly
Very
what I'm
kind.
saying.
You're
The
very
water says, or
conditioned.
you might hurt Joseph.
Joseph can't be hurt. But anyhow,
Yeah,
But you could hurt his feelings.
Ooh.
So yeah, you two outside trying to learn how to use shotguns. Like you kind of move around to the side of the building so you can get a decent like shooting range
We're
thing.
playing catch with each other.
like, okay, you go there. I'll go here.
But it's while you're out back, you see there's a short tree out there. But next to this tree, there's three graves. You can see the, crude wood markers of a grave in the backyard.
Can we look at the grave markers, see if there's any sort of indication of like who they are, any sort of
Sure.
religion or anything like that they might have followed?
Yeah, we'll call it basic. The main like deity. We'll call it like Palor, like the effigy, or the shape of the head markers is very clearly circular with the sun markings of Palor on it. Very crudely carved into each one of them is a name. So on the first one, and there's as you move up to it, there's definitely vines and moss on the markers, and you can actually see the kind of the mounds where they were buried. So you kind of get the impression maybe they weren't buried real deep, but there's a lot of vines and stuff actually growing out of the dirt, out of these mounds. But as you look at the first one, at the largest grave, maybe it's like 5 feet long, a little bit more like standard person height. It's the name Mary Beth is on it. And underneath that, also very crudely, improper spelling, really rough in how it's etched in there, is loving wife. The next one, it's a much smaller grave, maybe like 4 feet. We're going to call it Luke is etched into it. And underneath that is just the word son, S-O-N. And then the next
very
one.
factual.
Yeah.
Underneath in parentheses, it says, "This is his grave." Just reiterating.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I got to do that. I got to do Leia is the next one. And it's, about the same size amount as Luke's. And it's just got daughter.
My vision did say that it's something buried.
Should we begin digging then?
I could, but I think Frankie might be very interested in this. And honestly, I've kind of moved on from, physical labor. I've ascended, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm like middle management now. So, Frankie.
I just wanted to if you didn't want me there, I wasn't going to be there, but like supersonic, hear the word, like, I think we need to dig, and then be like, what? Like, I'm here to help.
Somewhere, someone is digging a grave.
My head pops out from the barn, and I'm like,
up a grave.
I'm like, what? What's up?
Graves.
Oh, I
3 of
immediately.
them.
Whoa. Okay.
Mm.
Ooh, it's a party. Okay.
I
What
do
would you
like,
like me? Can I? Good.
I do like when I get to strip the flesh so you get the bones. That's always fun. I like cutting things up too. It's good for me too.
Can I shoot a gravestone with a shotgun?
Oh, of course you can. Oh, you want one of my shotgun? Oh, okay.
A
And
new
I'll hand
shotgun.
it over to you.
What were you gonna say, Frankie? Because I got my flesh taken knife.
So
No, I'm gonna let him shoot.
yeah, Silas, this is entirely up to you if you do it correctly or not. But yeah, you can definitely obliterate one of the grave markers.
Delightful.
They only move the headstones.
Frankie, you start digging?
Yeah. Start digging.
Where do you start?
Well, I've just arrived, so I'm like, which one do you think is the most interesting?
Well, there's only one that had, positive preferences on the loving
Let's do
wife.
that.
The other was just, the kids. So
Dig up the big one first.
Sure. You spend 20, 30 minutes digging, and they're only like a foot or two down. And you come across a skeleton
Yeah.
in the dirt. Now, at first, the skeleton sitting here, you think, oh, it's just rotting, like it's got a real dark texture to it. But it's as you start pulling the bones up, you realize that these bones they're made of wood. Think like driftwood.
This isn't any human I've ever seen before.
tree die?
And yeah, you pull it up, and it's a complete, human woman skeleton, but it's made of bone. You can see there's some like slash marks. There's some, scoring marks on like the forearms, the exterior of the forearms, and then like on the head. And then there's some burn marks on one of the shoulders.
We're gonna take this with us and scare somebody with it.
After we're done scaring somebody, look, could I have the skull? I mean, it would look really
Yes.
cool on a shelf.
Absolutely.
Wooden skull with wooden teeth.
Yeah.
Are you going to dig up the children?
Yep.
That's always a yes, right?
Yeah. That's a hard yes. For
Are you
me.
starting with Luke or Leia?
I'll start with Leia.
Surrounded by all this death, looking up at the stars. It's just such a wonderful night.
So,
Ow, another gravestone gone.
as you start digging, digging down and you start uncovering the skeleton of Leia. It's a child skeleton. Maybe they were 4 or 5 at the time they were buried. But it's as you start getting to the point like where the arms are uncovered and the torso starts coming uncovered. Go ahead and give me a reflex save.
It's against termites, right?
It's against termites.
All right.
These kids didn't have cavities, they had termites.
14.
As Leia sits up and reaches out and tries to grab you, and you leap back, and all of a sudden the mound that Luke is buried under starts moving, and the scattered skeleton of Mary Beth starts squirming and like reconnecting itself. There's so many rolls. Oh, never mind. I just forgot how to use my eyes and like take in information for a minute.
They're really complicated sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot how eyes work.
I forgot how my eyes work.
Uh,
So yeah, as the skeleton for Mary Beth starts shaking and trying to pull itself back together, I think we're just going to go ahead and do initiative.
All
Let's
right.
go back to the main page because I think that's where I got your tokens.
Nice.
Yep, there's your tokens. Oh, I'm drawing. I don't want to draw.
As the ambulatory bones in the sack start to move around, I'm going to yell at this one child, Luke, that is your mother.
I rolled another nat 20.
Good job.
Wow.
Is that...
Way to take initiative, Frankie.
What a lucky roll.
Pretty cool.
And I'll say during the digging, the rest of you have come out and are watching as Frankie digs up this bizarre skeleton. So I'll just say everyone's there in
Hey
the
guys,
area.
I found us a fight.
Yay!
It was just
Sword
a foot
was
on the
bored.
ground. Squirk was bored.
Now, we shouldn't harm them. They're very valuable. Just remember, we're digging something, so we should take them and go sell them somewhere.
Oh.
Right?
Yes.
Is,
Bones are valuable. I
is that
agree.
not the conclusion all of you came to?
I really liked the skull before it started to like get up and be a person again.
Judging from your faces, that's not the conclusions you've come to. I understand, yes.
I mean, if there's something left, I'd sell it.
I don't judge.
I'm all about a profit.
You know, my creatures would be more of a threat if I would do better on initiative. There's a 16.
Oh,
I'll
there you
take that.
go.
That's the heavyweight judge's bear.
All right, Frankie, you're up. So as Leia has sat up, Luke is starting to set up in his grave, and the bones of Mary Beth are starting to rejoin. Hey, Lich.
Hello. I would I have a very stupid question. I apologize for being a stupid question. If as far as backstabbing goes, if I make a move to get around one of them that's still stuck in the ground, can I take a backstab or
Sure.
is it okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that to Leia. I'm gonna go around back of Leia and I'm gonna backstabby stab with my shovel.
Cool.
If I can find it. There it
Put
is.
Leia away.
Away. Oh, lay away. What is
Mhm.
this? What is this? Hills?
I was going to say make Leia lay back down. Make Leia back down.
Leia back down, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if I
So
remember
does 17
correctly,
hit?
17 does hit.
It's an auto crit.
It's an auto crit. And
Yeah.
your damage dice is a D10.
Okay. So you
There's
want me
my
to roll a
book.
d10?
There's my book.
There's
Yes.
a bug
Yeah,
crawling around, so I'm gonna get it.
Get
it
it.
only rolls a d4 by default, so you would have to roll a d10 separately.
Okay.
I gave Jake.
Oh
one of the
my
shotguns,
God.
I'll
so
let
I
you
can
keep
take
the
care of
two.
Okay, thank you.
Too many crits in a row. Roll 20 is fickle.
It's like you can crit as much as you want, but you're not going to do much damage.
Damn.
You're no damage, just none.
That checks. That squares.
So number 12 is not effective against the skeleton. Give me a luck test.
Okay.
If you pass, I'm moving up to 13. If you fail, I'm moving down to
Is it a trained luck test or luck check?
luck check.
Okay.
13 is a
Success.
success. So you're going to move up to foe is disoriented by quick strikes, suffers -4 to attack rolls for 1d4 rounds. So give me a d4 roll.
Ooh.
Woo!
Okay.
Nice.
4 rounds.
It's a 4.
They get a -4.
Yay!
They just d4 got how to fight.
Mm-hmm. All right. Brother Vernon.
Okay, so Brother Vernon's got a shotgun in his hands, and Frankie is by one of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like one of the few opportunities when I can shoot at something without harming, I think, the people on the team. So I'm gonna go ahead and aim at one of the ones that Frankie is not standing
Yep.
behind.
So you're gonna shoot
And
at
I'm-
Luke.
I'm gonna go.
Smile, you son of a. Oh, never mind. We're on the PG channel.
And then I will roll. Okay.
Oh, I need a soundboard that can just bleep out every time I give.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
15.
Son of a lich.
you
Yeah,
Son of a
there you
lich.
go.
center
Yes.
mass on Luke, and you just obliterate and blow his skeleton apart. So arms go flying, head goes
All
flying,
that's left
and the
of him
rib
is his right
cage.
hand.
No, I'm not going to give it to you. The rib cage, center mass has been utterly destroyed. The arms, the legs, the pelvis, and the head are all still intact, but the skeleton wood creature has been defeated.
Looks like he had a design flaw. Next.
And I'll
Would
step-
you look at that?
Wonderful.
So it's Leia's turn. She is going to turn around and make an attack at Frankie. And I'm going to roll, and we're going to see if I get anything good. 17. Does a
That
17
hits.
hit? All right.
Yes.
I'll take that. And you're going to take 1 point of damage.
Nice.
Touche.
Tis but a flesh wound.
I take 1 point of damage.
It's a splinter.
Yeah, Casimir.
It's
Oh,
like
no.
gnawing at your ankle.
I'll need pliers to get this out.
Wonderful.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my. So to be clear, totally clear, wooden skeletons attacking us currently.
Yep.
Much. I just happen to have this weird thing of water. I don't know. Much. What is I should do? I'm not going to go eat shrimp. All right. What I should do, he's right though, is that I should. That's not going to work. What is wrong with you? Radiation generation from my third eye. At the closest skeleton. And I was kind of standing near the building still.
Okay. So the closest skeleton that's whole. Now, Mary Beth is still on the ground assembling. So you're firing at Leia.
All right. Leia, it is. Doo. Ooh, and I got a
Nice.
16,
All
which
right.
says 1d8 of radiation damage to target, save for half, fortitude versus 16.
19.
All right. Take half of 2.
As you blast this thing with radiation, the wood starts sprouting buds and bits of vegetation, and it seems to almost energize the skeleton a little.
Oh, I want to do that again now.
Mm.
Hey, look, Silas, a salad.
Silas, it is
I
your
don't
turn.
think that word's in his vocabulary.
All right. Well, it's been a while since I stabbed a child. I mean, so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let's not beat around the bush.
That was good. Points. I'll give points for that one. Everyone gets a fleeting luck. That was a good one, Jeremy.
Hey-oh.
Fucking goddamn gnat in my fucking whiskey.
There's a fruit
Who
fly that's been
F-bombs
bothering
a
me
rogue?
for some time. I'm like, gonna get it.
Oh, did I just
Feel your
use
pain,
another naughty word?
stupid.
God damn. Oh,
One more point for everybody.
Oh, my.
I want to
Another
say.
round.
Good.
Go ahead.
Good.
No, go
Squirt.
ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Shotgun.
I'm amazed it hasn't been me yet. Like that's all I was gonna say. I'm just amazed it hasn't been me.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say I'm very proud of myself at this point for going slog.
We both feel it.
Yeah.
you bury your super trident into this thing. your trident pierces in, but it kind of almost like goes between the bones, and you don't feel like it was as effective as it could have been.
That's fair.
Skorg.
All right, so I'm kind of gonna ask if I can do a more narrative mighty deed than like the typical ones in the book. Given that they're skeletons, I want to take a swinging strike right at the spine of this thing, in between the largest one that's left, between the torso and the pelvis. So like just a good split it in half kind of swipe with my great sword of doom.
This will be against Leia, as Mary Beth is still reforming. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if she was up this round.
Not yet. No.
Okay. All right, I'll D-die first.
Your D-die goes
I'm gonna
off.
actually add two. Well, yeah, I'm gonna add 2 points of luck to that before we, because my D-die is a 5 now, so I'm gonna add 2 points of luck to that to make it the max.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack, and that is a 5 now.
Oh wow. Yeah, you cleave through the. The midsection of this thing and just completely sever the spinal cord. And the two halves go clattering to the ground. Leia has been defeated.
I'm gonna go. Hey, Swordy, how do you feel about that one? Was that good for you?
It's indifferent. I mean, like,
oh,
yeah.
I just want approval. I'm like a child that wants approval from their parent at this point. She's like, I'm sorry, I tried.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever satisfied with a salad. I mean, come on.
Mary Beth, finally all the bits reform, and the Mary Beth skeleton stands up. Baron.
Suppose I'll just throw a hammer at it with a -1 die size.
So it'll be a D16.
Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun.
15 still hits.
Nice.
And 3 points of damage. It feels like a really solid connection. And your hammer goes flying back and you catch it.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah, I'm probably going to actually, she's reformed? No.
Yeah. Standing
She's
there
reformed
full
now?
skeleton again, yeah.
And I'm technically behind.
You're
So
behind
like I'm just gonna
Leia.
shift over. I'm just gonna shift over to her grave. I always assumed her grave was in the middle and the children were flanking.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's the case, but
That's what we're going to say it is now.
cool. So I'm gonna just move behind her and try and stab her
Sure.
as well. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I put the shotgun in my melee weapons as shoddy boom body, and I forgot that I did that. I forgot I did that. Oh,
20 is a hit. You'll need to give me a D10 for that actual damage. I'll let you keep whichever is higher. 6, so yeah. 6 damage. And that is a 6 on crit table 2.
Oh, weird. It says monstrous mother skeleton immediately dissolves into dust. Weird. How's that on the crit table? So strange.
Yeah, that's fun. No, it's speed and actions reduced by half. Cool thing is, though, that is enough. Like, you wedge your dagger, like, right into the base of the skull, and you just pop the head clean off. Nice. And the skeleton drops to the ground.
And since it's a shovel that I'm using,
pop
it off, and I tilt it back into the shovel, and then I go over to, turn to Skorg, and I, push it out toward him.
For me? You shouldn't have. And then I just put it in my bag.
There you go. So yeah, the skeletons are defeated.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, what now? You want to search more, or you want to continue on with your journey?
Does it look like there's anything else in the
feel
grave?
like there's someplace we should look?
I feel like there's supposed to be something valuable. No offense, Skorg. I'm sure that skull is very entertaining and
it's a one of a kind, you know? I mean, that's pretty priceless.
And actually, the children wooden skulls are intact as well.
Oh. It's like good bookshelf pieces. You can
Now-
just, you know.
I will say, looking at Mary Beth, it does look like she did have some rather extensive dental work done. So you can see she's got probably like 3 or 4 golden teeth set into the wood.
And that's the one that Scorg
Found our
has.
treasure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna as I'm putting it in the bag, we'll say I noticed. And I'm like, oh, we could divide this up. I just want heads and skins, so like I don't care that much about the gold. So you all know that. I don't care, and I'll put it in the bag.
So there was something valuable buried in the ground.
And there's still one more gravestone.
No, you guys got. Oh God, that's what.
He's just shooting.
Yeah, you obliterate the last one.
Personal goals.
So yeah, you want to spend any more time searching, or are you ready to move on?
Did we thoroughly search the one room that had the dude with the crossbow bolt in his head? Because if not, I'll just run over there real quick and give it a gander.
Sure, give me an intelligence test.
Sure. 14.
You spend some time looking, and you actually find in a bucket in the corner of the room, and it's overgrown with moss, but there's a strange glowing stone, or strange like circular stone that's been kind of cracked in half, and the inside of it has got this really eerie like green glow.
The last time I found something like this, I touched it and my stamina got really high. And so immediately I'm going to grab it with an open hand.
Give me a fortitude save.
Okay. 10.
Okay. You look down and you see you got some like moss like on the tip of your fingers. You go to wipe it off, but it's stuck. It's like it's actually like growing out of your skin a little bit.
Oh, the last time this happened was after a brothel and it lasted for 6 months.
Oh God.
Till I found some old overdue oranges.
I'm going to take it outside and show Brother Vernon and be like, bad jokes aside, this is growing on me now?
Okay, I guess we're done here then. Everything seems fine.
Oh, it's kind of one of those conditions, is it? And then I'll just put it in the bag with the skull.
I mean, just chop it off and let it grow back.
It doesn't work for me, man. I'm not like a lizard person.
Oh. Yeah, you're screwed.
I can shoot it off if you like. I've become very precise with this thing.
And I have it backwards.
I think I'll take my chances with the spreading moss-like fungus, maybe.
What if, actually, let's just burn it really bad right now before it grows too much further. Burn it before it sets root.
You know what? I'm impervious to fire. As of a mutation I had, why don't you all light me on fire real quick? Let me take my clothes off.
The shotgun seems to be some sort of incendiary device, so if I put it close enough, it's possible it could spark the...
Welcome
I think
to the
there's more
club, brother.
boom.
No
Is there like a
away.
lantern or anything in this house?
There might
Yeah.
be,
To
but
the
this
wooden
does not
skeleton.
end
I also
well.
just smash a lantern over you and set you on
No,
fire.
I have a request. Can getting naked not be our party thing? Because right now we're like, what, 2 for 6 at this point? We need to
Well,
not
the
be our
good news
party
is
thing.
Skorg also got a thing that makes him smell delicious. So now he's going to
yeah.
smell delicious and be cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'd like to
It's like
gather up
slow
all the
roasted
bones
barbecue.
that weren't valuable and sit in them as you guys light me on fire as the
Yeah.
kindling.
Are you naked?
Well, I don't want to burn my clothes, so yes, I'm
Okay.
naked.
So that's 3.
So yeah, you all. Who was the first one?
Me,
Who was the
Him.
second one?
Jeremy.
Okay, that's it.
So it's my turn.
That's what I expected, but
Like you had a list. Like first to get naked is Chris's crazy character, and then the lizard man.
In fairness, I don't want to burn my clothes while I
This is
try
like-
to fix this problem.
This
yeah.
is like high school all over again. Most likely to get naked, pretty much everybody, at least half of this group at this point.
So
I mean, my clothes burned themselves off. To be honest, I didn't do it. It was a spell.
Skorg,
He
you were
cast a spell.
doused in oil and lit a flame.
Yeah.
You let the oil burn itself out, And when you do, the moss has been completely destroyed that was growing on your fingers.
Okay, cool. Everybody, that worked, but I can do that, so don't touch whatever's in my bag. It's probably bad in there.
How about we just burn what's in your bag?
Oh, there's good stuff in there, too. I'll figure it out later.
Okay. That's you cured yourself. That was going to be fun. But, it's still fun for you getting to catch yourself on fire. You all head back out. You finally make it to the far end of Bimini Swamp, and the land turns back into, loose forest and rolling fields. And you kind of swing wide so you can swing by whatever this strange marking on the map is. And initially you think it's you can see it kind of in the distance. You think it's like a plateau. And you realize as you get closer, it almost seems like a large crater. And I'm talking like half mile across large crater. But it's, as you kind of like move up along the rim of it, you can see, and I'll show this to everyone, it's this crater that is just a complete and total pit in the center. And this thing is huge.
Oh my god.
Just a hole into the earth that's almost a half mile across. You can see there's some mist and fog kind of wafting around into the center as you're standing up on the edge of this crater.
Quick, grab Jake's character before he tries to jump in.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Right now I'm looking down there like, ooh.
And you can see, kind of looking where you are, you can actually see there's, I wouldn't want to call it a staircase, but there's a spiraling path that goes down along the interior wall of this giant pit.
We're going down there, right?
I mean, we're here.
Well,
It's there.
it's up to you.
Excellent. I'll lead the way.
Oh my god.
Decision making.
Okay. I figured you guys would want to give priority to making it to the spooky graveyard.
How's everybody else feel? I don't have much of an opinion. I just want to kill things and make my sword happy.
I love spooky graveyards.
We could hit this on the way back. We got another pyramid a few hexes down.
Yeah, I don't think this thing's going anywhere.
That's true. We come back, it's all paved over.
If
There's
it is
like a
Happened
Walmart.
here.
If it is going somewhere,
It's like pave the planet.
It's a ye old
Maybe-
Costco
inside
now.
it.
Oh
Maybe
no,
this
they're
is what-
filming a police procedural here now, and we can't get into the set.
Oh my
How the
god.
hell did a Walmart's get here?
Yeah.
More bullets for my shotguns.
They do sell those, yeah.
We shouldn't go there.
All right. So if I'm getting this correct, you all decide to revisit this on the way back.
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of turn towards a northerly direction. And eventually, we're going to say, it takes a couple of days worth of travel. You eventually approach and you see this city, and it's kind of built into the side and around this hill. And it's got, and those of you who play in Forbidden Lands, please don't judge me for reusing assets.
I thought for a second I recognized this place. And I
don't
was
know.
like, I know where I am. I'm like, oh no, I don't.
Is there a xenophobic dwarf in this town?
There's not in this version of it.
Oh,
So yeah,
shucks.
as you approach
No,
it,
there are no dwarfs allowed
It's
in this
an
town.
elf, xenodwarf.
Yeah. you see there's a short stone wall around it. There's cropland along the outside of it. There's a large gate. And you actually, the gate's closed, and that's really the only good entrance initially from where you're coming. I'm going to say you're coming from the way you're going. You'd be heading towards that lower gate, towards the south and towards the west a little bit.
Any, like guard towers or lookout towers or anything?
There's a short, squat guard tower off to the west a little ways, and you can see there is a human man, looks to be in his 30s, standing there, and he's got a long bow in his hand with a crap. I can't remember. What's the fancy bag that you carry arrows in? Quiver. That's it. The word just escaped me
Messenger
entirely.
bag.
Fired.
He's got a messenger bag full of arrows.
There you go.
Got a fanny pack.
He's a modern man. Oh, fanny pack.
He works for
Sticking out to the
he works
side.
for Uber Beats, and he's just freelancing as a guard.
He's volunteer guard.
Yeah.
I don't know
So-
if Jeff
Only here
liked
one
that one
weekend
or
a
hated
month.
it. Honestly,
1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year.
I'm a little, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see this this person, and the person, they're not wearing armor or anything. They're like white linen, just like this loose tunic with these loose trousers, just pure white, just clean.
I'm intrigued by loose trousers.
Birds.
I don't want to see that from down here.
Yeah. So, but I'll say this, Frankie, why don't you give me a hide test,
A smell test.
a smell
hide.
test. I just
Find the
want to
graveyard.
see. I just want to see if you all see this person first, or if they see you first.
Oh, that was bad.
We're gonna do this as an opposed test. So I'm gonna roll a d20, and I'm gonna add a 2 to this. Yeah, you spot them first, so you're able to pull the party behind like a bush off the side of the road, and you point
He
out
has
so
this
everyone.
tiny bag around his waist that I
Almost
must
like wearing
have.
nothing but white is a bad way to hide from people.
You see that tiny bag, and I see his loose trousers, and now I'm thinking that tiny bag might be the thing hanging those trousers up. Is that like a belt of holding? That thing's amazing.
I don't know.
That's great.
These people must have very impressive. It's very difficult to get stains out of white, so it's
That linen's so sheer, I could see everything. It must be wonderful in a night breeze.
Oh my
very
God.
advanced culture.
How close does this guy look like he might like to getting naked? Because he might be a good addition to our party.
I'd like to option him as a backup character if Scored dies, please.
He's from you're a ways off, but from where you're standing at, he seems to be handsome enough and pretty good shape. So,
Like me, in fact. Oh, perfect. We're like,
Scourge relates to this man's masculinity and handsomeness and would like to strike up a conversation instead of sneaking up. No, I'm kidding.
So in all seriousness, President,
why are we hiding behind a bush? There's a perfectly fine gate we can knock on. I'm sure they'll let us in.
I was going to go wander around the wall until I got to the river and swim my way in, but I'll wait. See
This
what
person
happens.
is armed. They have a full fanny pack and a crossbow.
They're
It
just
could be-
protecting the people inside. None of this.
How do we want to approach this person? Can we like group up and determine what this is? Because in the past we have not been very good at this.
So
Friendly with shotguns raised
Put your
high.
shoddy boom bodies away, okay?
I look at his clothes and I think he could be leaving on a cleaving. You know what I'm saying? There's no armor there. There is
I
no
would
armor.
give him a winning smile.
As you swallow his bits, is that what you're saying? Like,
Whoa!
go in
Oh,
peace.
you're talking about eating a person. All right, that was my bad.
We gonna throw
Chuck,
Silas up there?
Silas eats things, Chuck.
Yeah, but you were the one who just said swallow and bits in the same
Like-
sentence.
Bits of morsels is what he's going for.
It's
I am
a-
not a filthy person.
Oh my
Sorry, Irene.
gosh!
I'm so sorry, Irene.
Okay, everyone who
Sorry.
expected a city here, raise your hand.
Well, of course. They've been alive forever.
not you.
They're not going to be living in like a cave or something.
Didn't they say it was a village at least? I
It was a
don't know.
village, of
Well,
course.
I thought it was just going to be like a big old
Stopping
graveyard. Are they all dead and we just don't know? They're pretending to be alive.
We've been
don't
to
know,
two
man.
other villages recently. They both had graveyards. This is just common practice
Hey,
with
Frank,
civilization.
Frankie, why don't you just sneak up and
on
stab
the
this guy?
map, the marker on the map
Am I
said
gonna sneak-
dead people.
Yeah, just stab him. Why
We
are we
can't
talking?
share. I would like to point out, we
Just throw
can't
someone
share the
up there and
joy of
kill 'em.
Dogs of Thoth with dead people.
Send Brother Vernon first. I get it. I agree.
Let's send
Fine.
Silas
Yes.
first.
I will
Let's
go
send...
first.
Oh, okay, never mind. With
But
your brochures.
I'm going to cast a spell first, really quick.
I love those words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cast a spell on you.
Watch this. This is not a time for this not to work.
21.
Cool.
Oh,
all right,
you have luck
so-
too. How crazy can that get?
Okay. So basically, for the next 10 minutes, they're compelled to focus their attacks on other people, etc., etc. If they're 3 HD or less, they cannot attack the cleric in any manner. Creatures of 4 HD or more can attempt a will save to resist this and be able to attack the cleric. And this is required even if the cleric is the only reasonable target.
So give me the recap on that real quick. What
Okay,
was
so
the HD was 3?
If they're 3 HD or less, they cannot attack me in any manner whatsoever.
Okay.
And if it's 4 HD or more, they have to attempt a will save to resist the compulsion and attack me, even if I'm the only viable target.
Okay. All right. I've got it noted.
Okay. So so I'm just gonna step out in broad daylight. It's just a city. I don't know. You all being very ridiculous. Hello? Good sir?
Full of immortal cultists.
The person sees you in the distance, kind of like puts his hand up, trying to get a good look at you. Reaches for an arrow real quick, but his hand kind of stops and relaxes. And he calls out something, but it's enough distance you can't make out what he says.
I can't hear you. Could you speak up? We're a very long distance away.
And he calls it out again, but you can see like frustrated body language. And eventually it's the big hand, like, come closer hand wave.
So I come.
Yes, what was that? Yes, hello. Brother Vernon here. Hello.
We're not open to travelers. Please turn away.
I'm not a traveler. I am a prophet of Dogs of Thoth. I've come here to exchange otherworldly cosmic theories and such. Yes, I have friends too.
I'm gonna pop out.
See, right way back there. Yes.
We don't know this dog Sathoth.
Oh, he goes by many names. Don't worry. I knew him as Jim for a very long time.
That's great.
So is the gate open? Can we just walk in, or do you have to like unhinge it from the back? Or...
He's very perplexed by this. Oh, hang on. Let me get Christopher put a chat up, and I got to clear it so it doesn't show up on screen. He's very...
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Perplexed like this. He calls out like, "Let me get the village elders."
Oh, perfect. Wonderful. I'd be very happy to speak with them.
And he leaves, and a few minutes later, the gate opens, and it's a small, like, militia standing on the other side. All armed.
Everybody come up.
Nice. All armed with swords, spears, longbows. But there's a man and a woman. Look like they're maybe in their early 20s. Both, very, very handsome, the both of them. Very clean complexion, well-kept hair. All of them are wearing this white, almost like jumpsuit, like pure white linens.
Jumpsuits. Awesome.
As these two, this man and this woman in their early 20s, walks up, and they, "Greetings, we are the village elders. What is it that brings you to our humble village? Sadly, we are not taking travelers, so..."
I am not a mere traveler. My name is Brother Vernon. I am a prophet of Dogs of Thoth, who's known by many other names as a cosmic deity beyond space and time, I believe. I have been sent here to treat with you and to learn from you. I've heard many wonderful things about your way of life, and I see here that you also are quite cleanly, and I think cleanliness is next to godliness, so that makes perfect sense. And I'm very curious if me and my fellow compatriots could perhaps be let inside just for a day or so, just to learn. That's all. Just to learn. You can tell that the power does flow through me. I'm not some mere vagrant on the road.
I would not deny that. It is obvious that you have a great spiritual connections. We here refer to ourselves as the glorious family of the Shepherd's Rod.
Oh. It's very catchy.
We'll allow you to stay the night. It's against our better judgment, but we would not turn down pilgrims.
We're gonna have a sleepover. Everybody get your fanny packs. Fill them with arrows.
I'm gonna put this green rock in it. Oh, I touched it again.
You should rub it on them. You should rub the rock on them.
My fellow pilgrims are a bit crude. I apologize ahead of time, but I'm very interested in learning more about this shepherd, if it's possible. I am here.
Also, do you have a place where you can trade things for other things?
Again, I'm very sorry. I'm so embarrassed right now of you all. I'm just...
So they would...
I'm just so excited.
It's finally time for you to be embarrassed about us. Like,
I know, right?
And you're gonna just be like, yeah.
They actually, sadly, we will not have anything that we could trade for you. We do not believe or use any of the capitalist trappings of currency here. Our commune.
I love this place.
Where I hope there's many things you might enjoy. My name, and the man introduces himself as David, and the woman is Rachel. Shut up.
Sorry.
And they tell you that you have entered the village of Koresh. Listen,
what a wonderful name.
Ruining my...
Don't do it, Chuck. Don't do it.
It's... Where is it at?
You're like, no one will get this except
It's written
the
down.
old man on the street.
Oh, I got it.
We're all old.
I was... yeah. So they enter you, and like, we do not have any inns. We do not have any taverns for you to stay at. So we will find someone suitable in the community, and they will host you for the night.
Do you have any food so I can get some Koresh into me?
This is an odd way of putting it, but yes, we would be happy to feed you. And they do have a very large communal church, and it's kind of sitting on the foot of the hill. Who is this?
It's Joey.
Jeremy, putting things up in the chat window.
Sorry,
I see now.
I just got a message. My kid's crying. I'll be right back.
No worries.
Eat him.
Yeah, so you all, they take you to this large, and it's like a very large communal building. It's one of those buildings that has been expanded on over the ages. And they, meal will be here in an hour or so.
Oh, wonderful. You are so gracious. Good people. Will there be services this evening?
I'm just glad he didn't say the meal has just arrived. It'll be ready shortly.
Oh, God. Yeah, so there will be services. Like, we have services every night. And one thing you can see is kind of as you are climbing this short hill to this large communal church, this large communal building, you can actually see like the entire northern half of the village is this giant, ancient-looking graveyard. But they've got, and the map doesn't show it, but they've got this very intimidating-looking like wrought iron like fence, like 12 feet tall with spikes along the top. There's a gate, one center gate leading into it, and there's with you all coming, you can see there's two guards that have taken post there, but they look like it's not actually accustomed to having guards standing there. Like there's no formal guard posting, guard shack, or anything like that. So you get the feeling like maybe they're guarding that specifically for you.
You see. And we're still next to David when we kind of breeze past this. How very curious. I have to say, the rumors are that you all are very what's the word? Immortal. Like you'll live forever, and it's curious that a graveyard is necessary. Oh, I just feel like all the rumors are wrong.
You do not believe what the rumors would say about us. They are not kind and they are not true. We are just a happy family living here on our own, wanting to find our own way in life with our own connection to the gods.
It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I feel like I have found my paradise. Honestly, it's wonderful to be here.
Can I ask which gods?
Yes, that is not anything to be a problem.
Please preach to us about your gods.
Our god is Hester, the unspoken one. He comes to us. He speaks to us through divine messages. The old, T9 texting format. And
uses SETI satellites.
Yeah. And he's our deity that we found in this remote and wonderful place.
So would Brother Vernon be aware of Hester? I kind of feel like he would, knowing the I'll roll, but like I kind of feel like knowing that Yog-Sothoth was like my initial deity, and like
it would be in the pantheon. Why don't you tell me what you know about Hester to begin with?
So I believe I was just googling it just to make sure. Isn't he actually one of Yog-Sothoth's spawns? Like he's actually like a half spawn breed from Yog-Sothoth.
You know what? That could be. I'll be damned if I read the lore before I decided that's what it was going to be. The king in yellow.
Yeah. Yes. Trying to recall if there's any other I don't know if there's like a bad father-son relationship or not.
Yeah, no, Yog-Sothoth is the father of Hester.
Yeah. You worship the son, I worship the father. What a wonderful.
Oh, Lord.
This is perfect.
As soon as you mention that, they're like,
bad thing to say.
You mentioned you worship the father?
Sort of. Yog-Sothoth, Jim. He goes by many names.
I'm gonna go ahead because I'm not gonna sit here and read the lore on stream. So I'm gonna canon this for Defenders of Kobold. It is a very amicable family relationship. And so they are immediately taken aback by the fact that you say you worship Yog-Sothoth. And they're like, they're met with disbelief. They're kind of sus on what you're saying here. If you're trying to trick us or sugar your words, that will not be met kindly. But if you speak truth, then you are family here.
Well, it's time that we consider brother to mean an entirely different thing now, because it is true, yes. He has spoke to me for quite some time. I hear him. He grants me powers that when I use them appropriately, of course. And I have converted most of my traveling companions to to follow the proper ways. So I think we're all families. They're possibly the cousins that were not entirely happy that they're visiting, but nonetheless, we're family, when push comes to shove. Yes.
This is great news.
I am overjoyed. I really am. I feel like I finally found my place.
While all
When-
this
Good.
while all this heartwarming stuff is going on with you two, you just see me in the background looking at my moss-covered forearm, like shaking it.
Do they have a fire anywhere here?
I'm watering it from my carafe of umwunch. Like, shh.
I'm
There-
like
Oh, that makes
passively
it go more.
asking. I'm like passively asking, like, can I just go look at your graveyard? Like, can I just go take a look at it? It's cool, right? Like, I hear everybody's in with Brother Vernon right now. So like, and I obviously also worship Dogsathoth, and they say, you mean Yogg-Sothoth? And I say, yeah, that's definitely what I just said. Yeah, absolutely.
Block your earwax.
Yeah, don't dog her for that. You'll miss out on a good opportunity at getting to know Yogg-Sothoth better.
2 in 1.
He would normally, it would be normally a hard no, probably met with violence of some form by just asking. But the fact that you are traveling with the chosen of Yogg-Sothoth, they look at each other like, what the heck? Let's give you the tour.
Ooh.
And you can...
Love tours.
You get the sense that the entire attitude towards your party it's completely changed. Where it was mistrust, and now they're almost excited to have you here. Fellow travelers on the same path. And they'll take you. They'll unlock the gate to the cemetery, and they'll just spill the beans, like, they tell you, like, this is our forefathers. Well, I guess we don't need to keep up the act. My wife Rachel and I found this place initially. And when my dear Rachel died, I went ahead and I buried her in the graveyard. And she came back the next full moon, young, rejuvenated. And when I died, she buried me here. And then the rest is really history. We recruited people who were like-minded. It was after our resurrections that we started hearing the whisperings of Hester, the king in yellow. And we've done his bidding. I'm not going to lie to you. The reason why we so reluctantly let you in is because, we're due for some sacrifices. And we were going to sacrifice you all tonight. But now that we know we have this connection, this is fantastic. Instead of a sacrifice, it'll be a celebration.
Wonderful.
So you've all been resurrected too.
Everyone here is, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old.
This is amazing.
So if we die and we're buried here, we will come back.
Yeah. As a servant of Hester.
I am so excited about this graveyard.
Yeah, this all sounds above board to me. I mean, we serve a kind of like a brother god, and it's been working out for us. I ain't got no problem with these people.
You should really start burning your hands, Gold.
Oh god, it's up to my shoulder. Oh, this is bad.
We could kill him, bury him, and then he comes back with a better arm.
That tracks.
Well, okay, so real quick question. Serving this other guy. Actually, Vernon, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it.
Oh my god.
I want you to do it.
Just put this in your mouth.
I want you to do it point blank and roll the biggest roll you can.
Listen,
Oh
Jeff,
Oh god.
do you do it?
I mean, he wants me to, so I feel like I have to.
I
now.
want it. Scorg
I'm
wants it.
gonna. This
That
is gonna
makes
be one
perfect
of those
sense.
situations where I don't think I want to even call for a roll here.
Don't
It's
make
like
it
an auto
laugh.
crit. He's like right next to my head. Like,
Uh,
He just
As
leans it over
you-
his shoulder like,
Splatter. Scorgs.
Scork, no.
As you
Frankie, would you care to do the honors?
ugh,
Yeah,
I
I
got
start
Scorg on me.
digging a hole for
Uh,
Scorg.
Someone give me a D14 roll. Scorg, give me a
I feel
D14
like I should.
roll.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say. I feel like I should do the honors there.
Oh.
God.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We are 2 weeks away from the next full moon.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
oh man.
We could do like
Like
montage
Fanny
stuff.
pack guy.
of us,
That's what we're
hanging
gonna
out,
do.
Fanny pack guy now.
Reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Like I'm gonna learn so much in the next 2 weeks.
So yeah, Scorg is buried in the graveyard. You do learn, and this is the graveyard is focused around this this tomb, this ancient grave to a long dead cleric, and this is one of my. I'm probably going to regret this. Poll the players situation. What is the name of this long dead cleric?
Brando.
Steve.
Steve Rando.
Steve Brando.
All right, Steve Rando. Steve Rando the Brave.
Jesus.
Brando with a B.
Oh,
Steve
man.
Brando. He's an excellent
He did
Brando the
say he
Brave.
was gonna regret this.
cousin
So,
of
Steve Brando the Brave. His tomb, his mausoleum is the center focus of this graveyard. And they're like, whatever you do, you're not allowed to go in here. This is sacred, holy territory. Hester, we've tried to before, and he's always voiced great displeasure with us, trying to enter here. So that is the only thing we'll say that is forbidden to you while you stay here.
I will look at Frankie.
The second I heard forbidden.
I know, that's why I'm like looking over.
I will look at no one. I'm in the ground for 2 weeks.
You have no
I
head.
mean, I'm gonna have to talk to my patron about this.
Oh, sorry, Frankie. I overtalked you there. What'd you say?
No, I'm okay.
What do you think?
As I say, I'm gonna miss whenever Scorg had a head attached to his shoulders.
Are you sure?
God, we
It's a
gotta
good thing
bury
I've been
him with one
collecting
of
all
the
these heads.
skulls.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back with one of the skulls.
It's a good thing I've been collecting all these heads.
Oh,
I have
love
like
it.
3 monster heads and no head of my own, and 3 wooden skull heads in the grave with me.
Incredible.
All right, so we do this montage over the next 2 weeks. You all learn the ways of Hester. You teach them the ways of Yog-Sothoth. It's a free-flowing, highway of information as you teach them your rituals and prayers, and they teach you theirs. You take part in everyday life of the village. You all, you help cook, you help clean, you help make clothes. By the end of the 2 weeks, everyone has a set of these white linen jumpers. You help with the livestock. It's great because they only have 3 goats, but these 3 goats, feed the entire village. Because they kill the goat, they harvest all the meat, they bury the skeleton, and then at the next full moon, they come back
I love this society.
This is the greatest society.
I love this society.
Environmentally conscious.
No,
Okay,
no.
they keep to themselves.
They defeated the specter of death.
No capitalism. Like that's
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful
If
place.
Silas
love them.
eats that goat and then poops in the graveyard, does his poop then regenerate into a poop goat that he wants to then eat again?
Could we make unlimited Silases by burying parts of Silas?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't have to shoot him.
I was gonna shoot.
You didn't have to shoot him. We just had to like clip a nail off of him.
Just kidding on this one.
Shoot him.
The shotgun was the worst thing.
He like clicks the shotgun and Frank's like, no, wait.
So
Oh, goodness.
Holy.
Hey, Chuck, are there any dogs here?
give me a luck test.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
Yeah,
Success.
there are dogs
Right.
here.
Oh, Joseph gets a friend. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah, they keep a decent amount of dogs. You know, they companions. They help farms. There's actually a couple of different breeds that they keep here. And actually, while you're all here, one of the dogs actually has a fresh litter of puppies. Go ahead, someone. You're gonna roll me a d6. I don't care who. 1 to 2 is a small breed. 3 to 4 is a medium breed. 5 to 6 is a large breed.
Great Danes everywhere.
I want a
You
dog.
ride them into battle.
5 to 6, a large breed dog.
God.
I need. We're gonna try and do this. 6 suggestions for large breed dogs. So we're gonna go with Golden Retriever,
Great Dane.
Great Dane,
Irish Wolfhound.
Irish Wolfhound.
Cane Corso.
King Corso.
Yeah.
Mastiff.
Would Greyhound count?
Oh,
No, Greyhounds are kind of
Mastiff.
slight.
Mastiff,
Mastiff is
yeah.
good.
I like
yeah,
Mastiff.
Bernice. Bernice Mountain Dog.
Mountain Dog. Yeah, those are good.
Yes.
Irish Wolfhound or Marmaduke would be fucking.
All right,
dope.
who wants to roll a d6 to see what breed these dogs are?
Jen does.
This
Look
is
at
my This is like my favorite thing I've ever done in a game my entire life. Like I'm just letting you know right now. This is like I could literally just play this all day long.
What kind of puppies do you get?
Golden Retrievers.
Another golden retriever.
Oh,
Perfect.
it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
A
More
fresh
golden.
litter of golden retrievers. I'll let you, if you guys want, I'll let you spend a luck point if you want to re-roll that.
How long was this montage? And
Let's-
I'll look at Joseph.
Let's
Joseph.
re-roll it. Let's re-roll it.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Spend a luck point and I'll let you re-roll it.
Okay.
5. That is going to be a Mastiff.
Yeah.
You like? So a fresh litter of Mastiffs. And there's enough that if you
we
want...
could've named one of them Cthulhu. 'Cause
Wait,
dogs,
I have a pun. I need
is
to
the
get it out.
progenitor
Get it out.
Of Hastur and Cthulhu. Never mind. Sorry.
Get it, Fredden.
Because this village is a mass of stiffs.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
His-
But we each get a
Explodes from the
puppy?
ground on that one.
We each
Points.
get a puppy? Points.
Points.
What an excellent pun that was.
Oh, the fucking... oh, the shade. Oh, no.
Oh, just a.
Oh, the shade. Oh, my gosh.
This is at once the best and worst session we've had.
Yeah, right? Oh my god.
So, yes, if
my
you
God.
all want... Now, Jeff, I imagine that
Three.
probably Brother Vernon won't be interested in taking a fresh puppy. It's up to you if you do.
Sacrilege! Of course not.
Okay.
I couldn't possibly.
That's where I was thinking. I don't think you would,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
no, I probably wouldn't. And I'm still looking ahead and thinking, did you fathered them, right?
But yeah, the rest of you are all able to claim a puppy of your choice if you want, of these Mastiffs.
Can someone get one for Skorg's corpse?
Jeremy.
I'll give that as a yes.
I eat my puppy.
Oh, good.
What a bastard!
I'm naming mine Skeletor. I just want everybody to know
That's
mine is named
beautiful.
Skeletor.
So I was going to ask, what's the coloring of your puppy and what's your puppy's name? I'll let you choose. So you got Skeletor.
Brindle Skeletor.
Okay. I'll say there is one for Skorg too.
Skorg's floating soul will name it Battle Cat.
That's great. Anyone else besides Silas who ate his puppy?
His
His name is Dinner.
Oh, no calories.
Oh, God.
Baron or Casimir, are you guys taking a dog?
No, thank you. A dog is just too much responsibility
I'll
for a
take it.
wandering traveler.
Is it an aquatic dog?
No, it's a plain
Seconds.
old terrestrial
No.
dog.
I suppose
No.
you could throw it in the water. I mean, it's-
You could probably do the dog paddle then, I suppose, but no.
Okay, so 2 additional dogs have joined the party. Technically 3, but yeah, it's Dinner.
When
Did you actually eat him, or are you going to just call him Dinner?
No, of course I ate
he
him.
ate him.
Absolutely.
He ate Baron's too.
Eat mine too. Yeah, here you go.
I ate Baron's dog too. Of course I did.
Now he
This
ate
is the worst thing. This has gone from the best thing to the worst thing that I've ever experienced in a game in my entire life.
Right. Jake called his
fictional
lunch.
puppies.
I called mine breakfast. Silas called his dinner. We fed the lizard guy for a day. He's fine.
Oh God. So I'm going to, during our montage, I'm going to knit up a new baby Bjorn and have it ready for Skorg when he comes out with his Great Dane in it, and just be like, "No hard feelings, friend."
Honestly, Skorg, that's like that would make it all good. Honestly,
Can I also commission a baby Bjorn?
Oh sure, I'm
There you go.
quite capable of making these now.
Brother Vernon's gonna be burning the midnight oil to make all these Bjorns.
I'm going to teach Skeletor how to sniff out dead bodies.
That's wonderful.
Cadaver dog.
There you go. All right. So the 2 weeks passes with this free-flowing bit of information. And sure enough, on the night of the full moon, there's a celebration. There's a couple other of people who were buried. So it's this big, like welcoming feast. As Skorg, at the night of the full moon, you resurrect and set up out of your grave. You're greeted with a puppy and baby Bjorn. I will say that you are now a secret servant of Hester, because over these 2 weeks you've spent it in the deep reaches of space at the tutelage of the King in Yellow. But it's not all bad, because I'm going to go ahead and give you a cleric spell.
Ooh.
Wow.
Getting in my lane, bro.
Guess you shouldn't have shot my head off, bro. I just get another spell and you have to sit here another 2 weeks.
Go ahead and roll me a d12.
Okay, I can do that.
6. Give me re-roll that for me and tell me what it is.
Okay. Another D12?
Yeah.
6.
You know what? I'm just going to turn that into a 7. You pick up the cleric spell Paralysis.
Oh.
Ooh.
So yeah, look up what that does.
Okay. I believe the King in Yellow taught me a spell on how to make other people feel yellow like a coward. And I'm going to find out how to use it once I remember how to read. I'm a little bit of a jumble after these 2 weeks.
So yeah.
Also, no moss. Hi. No moss.
Is the moss gone?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
sweet.
Okay.
That's muy mas.
So if anyone else wants to,
no moss.
take one to the face and get buried for a month, you'll also get to come back as a servant of Hester and pick up a free cleric spell.
Hester is just a servant of Yogg-Sothoth, so really. It's more of a downgrade, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
I'm actually wondering more about the mythos of these beings who seem to be related to one another, and I'd like to know more.
Jake, didn't I cover that I'm just pulling this all out of my
Yeah.
ass?
I know.
Yeah, they give you the full background of the creation of Yog-Sothoth and Hester and their relationship and the deep and how, yeah. And the glorious family of the Shepherd's Rod, that's just the name that they came up with to present to outsiders to make people think, that they weren't some weird cult or anything.
Yog-Sothoth wanted Hester to grow up to be something very blue collar, like a construction worker, but Hester really wanted to go into acting, and so there's a bit of a rift around the teenage years. But then, after a couple of years in college, Yog-Sothoth got a little sick, and then they realized that they needed to patch things up a bit, and so they had a little bit of a mea culpa. They came together, and everything's wonderful now. The end. That is the whole mythology.
Okay, there it is. Congratulations.
All I know is this king said it was cool that dogs thought. Oh, I'm really a jumble, y'all. But mostly, yeah, he's just like, hey, hang out with me too, man. And I'm like, cool. And then I woke up and I feel like so much more chill now. It's weird. It's real weird.
I'm gonna touch you.
You're not very cold. I don't understand. You feel kind of warm, actually.
I feel mostly like myself, except way more mellow.
Mellow yellow.
Right. I hear what you're saying.
That's my answer to everything now.
All right. So what do you want to do now? I'm going to say, through pure charm and happy coincidence that your deities were related, you've quickly unlocked the secrets of this town. And it can now act as a safe haven to you all if you ever...
That's fantastic.
It's so good.
So
Thank you,
great.
Chuck.
I'm actually. These are my people now.
So I was going to ask if, whenever we submitted sort of our legends, were each of our characters aware of the legends that existed? Or
your rumors,
because these were two combined. There was the city of people who don't grow old, and the graveyard where when you bury them in, people.
This is actually 3.
Oh,
what's the third?
The one you submitted, Jeff.
Well, mine was the people who don't die.
Yeah, and mine was the graveyard where people, when you bury them, people come back, which is really weird how well they work together.
And
There was
gravediggers.
There's a
both were
third
gravediggers.
one
Yeah.
They're so weird.
that I combined.
Mhm.
Let's see. This is my combined version of it. There was a grave of an ancient cleric. Its bones tell of where the old ones last broke through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's part of mine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's all part of one of mine. Yeah.
Okay.
I almost said a bad word, but I didn't. Shoot. Perhaps I need to go inside that tomb after all. Oh boy. I'm feeling some anxiety now because I don't know what to do.
I would also like to go inside that tomb. So how do we get in there?
It's just an old mausoleum, like a brick stone building with this giant statue of Steve Brando the Brave, the ancient cleric, standing on top of it. So you could just push the stone doors open and go in, but it's been expressly forbidden to you.
I know it has.
Being a devotee of the King in Yellow, overhearing my compatriots talk about this, I'd like to ask them, would you like me to ask one of my elders if I can have access to this?
Sure.
I mean, I can ask, right?
Yeah. What would it hurt to ask?
What's the worst
That's
that
right,
could
What's
happen?
the worst that could happen?
We
Well,
revealed
all
you're
they do
being
is
alive.
Shoot your head off or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's happened already,
Man.
so I feel like I'm pretty good, you know?
I mean,
Okay.
push comes to shove, we just have to kill them all and eat them, and that happens.
I mean, I'll still worship the god either way. I'm pretty fair weather when it comes to towns. For the most part, I've burned a lot of them, so that's fine. But I could ask.
Silas brings up a good point. If we kill them and he eats them all in 1 month hence, do they all return?
Only if you bury them.
Be buried.
Aren't they all already buried?
You have to bury them again.
You have to bury the
every
bits
time
of
they
the
die.
body each time they die.
Doesn't guarantee immortality, just until the next death.
So we peeled a piece of skin of Silas off and buried it, right?
You talked about it. I don't know if you did it.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't think you did it.
Who didn't do it?
Oh no.
2 Silases.
Well, we'll set on
Spider-Man moment.
that one for now.
I think one would have to eat the other one to
I guess what we're
win.
saying is Jeremy will have to play Silas for the rest of this campaign. And if any of us die, we might have to play him too.
No.
My.
Oh no.
You know what we could do? We could.
I'm very jealous, Silas, because the other Silas has a complete memory stripe, and he's like, I'm missing everything up till this day.
We could poison the entire town so
Mhm.
that they don't realize that it's our responsibility, and that we, during the 2 weeks before the next full moon, we have free reign of the tomb, and we bury them, bring them back, and everyone's none the wiser.
So you're saying we could put something in the drinking water?
And I
Yes.
will say, if that's your intention, just for your own knowledge, every meal is a communal meal.
Perfect. I'm very torn on this idea.
This is how entire cities got wiped out by a plague at one point.
This feels really wrong. Like, I don't know.
Yes.
They gave us puppies. They allowed us to bring, like, Scorg
True,
back
they
to
did give
life.
us delicious
Like,
puppies.
They taught me a spell, man.
I feel like we haven't exhausted our options as to going into this tomb, so I don't know.
Just ask really, really, really nicely, or
We have a really good
montage.
reason.
We could montage like 100 years living with them until we become incredibly
Is-
trusted.
Or there's
You
just a
could.
big crater we could go into.
After there is the big crater. Is there like a so there was like a period of time where we were just waiting for Scorg to come back. Was
2
there
weeks.
anything we noticed during those 2 weeks about the patrol? Like, is there like patrolling? What are like the nighttime activities? When do we feel like it would be safe for us to explore this mausoleum?
Everyone inside the walls completely trusts everyone else. Inside, there's no patrols. The only
Okay.
armed guard force is they always have someone at each gate, but everyone's on standby. If travelers approach, everyone arms up, and the intention is to capture the travelers as sacrifices to Hester.
But they don't typically see people. So
No.
okay. So as far as like then let's go back to like the nighttime activity. Like, do people tend to hang out in the graveyard, or are they like? I mean, Frankie
No.
obviously would, but like,
It's
Okay,
it's
people
kind of
hang out.
treated as like a holy, sacred area. So really, people only go there when to bury someone for holy rituals, or if someone dies, the immediate family members of that person, they'll often visit them and talk with them, daily usually.
okay.
But once the sun sets, once everyone goes to sleep, other than the guards on the gates, there's no real activity inside the town.
So I sort of talk with Brother Vernon about this because I'm not super well versed in magic or like anything on the magic side. I'm very much so in the tactile, like the scientific side of things. Is it possible that that there is some sort of a spell that is originating from the mausoleum that, if broken, would cause everybody who was buried in it to just die, like Scorg?
Possible? Of course. I don't see. I mean,
Maybe we just don't
question.
screw with this. I almost said it. Maybe we just don't screw with this and we just leave it.
But the information that
I
might
know.
be in
I
there
think
is
we've
just-
come to the
No.
crossroads of murder hobo, not murder hobo.
I think
Beyond
we
that,
have so many other things available to us that can also provide great treasure and information and riches.
Not to mention, like, if one of us dies, we could just come back here and bury what's left and, like, save our friends. Like, that's probably worth more than whatever's in the tomb. Plus, I could ask still, man. I could ask.
And I will say, I'm not claiming to be a font of wisdom, but I do know don't shit where you eat.
Because that spawns more living shit.
What I would,
In case, yes.
what I would like to do late at night one night is I would like to take a bag, like a pretty, like maybe like a hefty sack out of my bag, and I would like to fill it with some of the dirt from the graveyard, and then I want to tie it up, and then I would like to perform an experiment.
So give that. All right, walk me through what you're doing.
So I want to gather some of the dirt from the graveyard from like an area that is not currently being used. Like I'm not going to pull it off of somebody who's buried fresh in the graveyard.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to go outside of town if I'm allowed to leave. Am I allowed to leave easily?
Yeah.
Okay.
They often send out traveling groups, groups of, essentially they're warriors to go out and try and capture people for sacrifices.
Okay.
They'll let people come and go. And actually, if you stay here long enough, they might actually ask you to take that task on, given you're all, fairly battle tested.
I'd like to leave and to try and find like a small creature that's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd like to find like a rabbit or something or a mole. I don't know.
Okay. I'll say you successfully do so. You gotta catch a rat or something like that.
Okay. I snap the rat's neck and then I bury it in the dirt outside of the town. And then I will just tie a little ribbon around my finger to remember in 2 weeks or whenever the next full moon is, I want to go check and see if this rat's still there.
Did you do that during our montage?
Sure, why not?
Okay, just to save time. I'll say the rat is I don't want to say it's alive. It seems to be in a state of like undeath almost. Like it's moving, it's animated, but obviously the magical resurrection didn't work right.
Okay. I would share this information with Brother Vernon specifically about how something weird happens when it's outside of like the proximity to that mausoleum is likely pretty important when it comes to bringing people back.
Yeah.
Perhaps whoever this Steve Brando is, they are either a very powerful prophet or pilgrim.
They're a cleric, right?
Yeah, they're a cleric.
Whose internment here has allowed this land to be blessed in some fashion, sanctuary of sorts. It would be a shame to ruin that.
Very possible that he may have been a necromancer.
That's not a word. I don't think that's a word. Is that a word?
Is it not a word?
I don't know. I don't read. Anyhow, I am a very patient man, and now I can live forever, so I don't need the information now, so we can choose to, as you say, put a pin in it and return later. As Silas said, there's a giant hole we could cannonball down.
Okay.
Okay. That'd be one way to get down to the bottom real quick.
I want to take the undead rat with me. I'm naming him Brian. He's coming with us.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. All right.
So many Brian rats.
So many. Friendin, you got your Discord open?
I am. I'm reading that now, actually.
Okay. So yeah, is that your plan now? Try and debate what you're going to do about this mausoleum, and in the meantime, you're going to go check out that giant hole in the ground?
Yeah, I before we set forth with like what we're doing next, one of the things I picked up from the King in Yellow, who made me very mellow, is in the woods to the far west is a grove, and it's called the Woods of Hungry Roots. It's rumored there's like a really old tree wrapped in strange cloth, and anyone who gets super close goes insane with bloodlust. I mean, he just laid that down, while I was teaching me stuff. But, I don't know much about it. But,
Was he beseeching you to go to it to complete some tasks?
We were just like vibing, man. We were playing like Chinese checkers and we were passing around a hookah. And he was like, there's this, place, man. It's called the Woods of Hungry Roots. And there's like an ancient tree. And if you get close to it, you're going to go nuts, is basically what he told me. So I don't know if he wants me to go there or not, but like he told me about it.
I don't need a tree to make me hungry.
That's the thing. We're kind of bloodthirsty as it is. Like, what could this tree even do to us? Maybe we're the perfect party to investigate.
True. My mental fortitude is unparalleled, so I'm very firm in my ability to remain sane. Casimir, however...
What about me?
Oh, nothing. Oh, hello, Casimir. Hello. So...
Yes.
Oh, we were just talking about how great it is that you're here with us.
Now I kind of want to poison the whole river.
So, Chuck, would I know how far away those woods are, like while we're trying to figure out what to do next?
I'm pinging it on the map right now.
Okay.
So you're here,
Mhm.
and it's there.
Oh, that's a future thing. Yeah, that's a future thing. Okay.
But there is a river that flows through this village.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a river to raise the dead.
Mm-hmm. Or wash away the magical soil.
Did you catch what happened?
No, I had to step away.
So
I know you buried a mole in the
he
dirt
came-
outside.
He did not come back right, so it's likely proximity to the
There's
necromancer.
like a border, sure. Okay.
Yeah, so it's likely not necessarily the specific soil. It's more what's in the mausoleum.
Yeah, so
So
a
what
radius
you're
around
telling
that thing,
me
we can't go in
is-
like genocide. Yeah.
I have to bury the whole city.
I mean, the danger is,
I mean-
that if we go inside, we're gonna like break some sort of enchantment and ruin.
And then I
Elder
die
gods.
too. Like that'd be bad. I don't want to die.
The Elder Gods and Umwanch, totally different cosmic battles. Umwanch, being an elemental lord, is more interested in the earth, air, fire, water thing. Y'all are on an existential thing about destroying all life and things like that, and he doesn't really give a shit. So I don't
We are
know.
nihilists, Lebowski.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
You
Two
probably
shits,
shouldn't
three
say
shits.
that.
God damn it.
Damn it!
I'm saying
It's
this
a
both
change.
in character because you're like denigrating the entire religion, and I'm talking out of character. Oh.
Just a chain reaction. They'll just block that out later. Beep 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 beep
There's-
beep beep.
There's just been a lot of we need to align on what are no words before we go into this, because there's been a lot of dipping into like some of the S's and some of the D's and some of the GDs and some of them has just been going through and we haven't said anything about it, and others were like, oh no, so I'm just abstaining from
I
all.
think it's just if I'm paying attention or not.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
the F1's obvious. S1
Right.
was the one S1.
but like
there were a ton of S ones.
there's
A
the
little, like,
MFN one, which is probably right up there with the FN one.
mother
Mhm.
chuckers.
Yeah.
You dirty mother chuckers.
Oh,
Don't ever
fudge.
say mother chuckers on a Goodman stream. That gets you booted. What? No one can see what we're saying?
Let's all play the name game.
Look at Chuck.
Chuck.
Did you look?
So do we? Okay, so then we have.
I caught that,
three-
Jake. That's good.
Three
Mhm.
options.
I got that.
Silence the whole bus doing that once.
All right. Sorry, Jeff. Continue.
I was just saying. So three options are to do something with if we want, and there's no reason we can't come back later and do something with it too. We can go to the woods, the tree, or we can go back to the hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Do we want to like? Would it make sense to ask around about that tree? See if we can learn more from these folks. Maybe some of them who have spent time in the sort of 2-week purgatory or whatever it might be with Aster might know more.
I'll let you, if you want to ask, I'll just give you the information. They don't know anything about this. Obviously, this message was a special message directed directly at Skorg.
With that, I feel like it becomes even clearer that
This is a task. I know you're accustomed and uncertain of what it's like to be a prophet, a chosen one of a great
Yeah, I don't
deity.
know. Yeah.
And I can tell you, you must do this. So I am here to aid Brother Skorg.
Thank you. I mean, you know a lot more stuff about this stuff than I do, so I'm all ears. Which, you know, I mean, if you killed me by cutting off my ears, they would grow back, and then I'd have 2 extra ears. And if we did that enough times, I could have a necklace or like a suit made. Okay, I'm going places, man.
I'm
So what you're
slowly
saying
reaching for
now
the
is-
shotgun.
Man, you might as well have all the teeth pulled out, and you could make an entire suit of armor of teeth. Isn't that right, Silas?
I agree with this. This is a good idea.
Actually, I could use those teeth for my necklace.
Yeah. Frankie does have a tooth necklace.
Silas is just making magic items out of them. Like, we could all talk to each other by pushing on this incisor right here. Like, all on the same frequency.
I wish.
So what you're saying, Brother Vernon, is that Skorg is the chosen one, and these people have essentially served their purpose in bringing him about.
I believe so. If they're unawares of this very direct communication from Master, it
Well,
does.
then I don't see any real reason why we shouldn't just see what's in this Steve Brando the Brave's tomb.
That's true. When I first was contacted by Yarks of Thoth, I had to murder the whole village just to get out. But I do think we might want to wait first. Maybe do the tree thing in case something goes wrong, come back, make use of the graveyard, and then on our way back, we just
Good
priorities
thinking.
maybe. But no, I agree. Clearly, these people are not as
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make like a tree, and then we're gonna come back and cleave. Okay. All right. I mean, that sounds fine to me. I mean, if you're saying this god wants me to go to a tree and then kill a village, I mean, it's a god. I'm not gonna argue.
good. Definitely don't argue. Whew, learned that the hard way. Couldn't walk for a week.
Oh my gosh. All right. I just need to know what the plan is.
If it's anything that has to do with chaos and mayhem, Casimir, being the destroyer of peace, is in.
I mean, I would definitely be on, like, hearing that Skorg's the only one who knows this. I would be, and I like Skorg, and Skorg is a member of the flock, so I would be keen to help him to his destiny.
Yeah, and I like you know, this god brought me back to life. I'm ready to, you know, do a favor for it. If you think that's what it is, that's fine with me.
Okay. So are you all making the long trek to the Hungry Woods?
Why not? I will test my hunger against its.
Okay.
Ooh. Personal goals with Silas. I like it.
Yes.
So this is a long journey. I would like one of you to use the drawing tool in Roll20. Pick who it's going to be. Just don't start drawing. One of you votes, or, you know, you guys all choose who's going to draw it, and come up with an idea for the path that you want to take to get there. You know, are you trying to avoid other obstacles and go there directly? Are you trying to, you know, check some other things out as you travel along? You still have a task you need to complete in Orlane.
So I was thinking we could travel north
Yeah.
over Lake Bimini and then get to Orlane, then travel to our destination.
Yeah. You could,
Makes
you know,
sense.
travel pretty much straight west, maybe even stop by the Count's place to say hi and get more pastries.
Burn it down.
And burn it
Swing
down,
through
yes.
Orlane. You are going to need to find a way to cross the giant river that kind of bisects the land. Because it's in the
I'm
middle
sure we
of
could
a...
get like a yacht or something.
It's kind of surrounded by a small mountain range too, so it's going to be rough travel, then river, then rough travel.
If people piggyback rides across.
It's an option. So, yeah, once you have
I propose it's Skorg's vision quest. I vote to let him be the drawer of the path.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
I can do that.
draw our path.
All right. So I like Jake's idea of going north and hitting Orlane. And the Baron dude, where was he? Is he that little house that's to the northeast of Orlane? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
So I think it makes sense for us to check in on the Baron first. That sounds fun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just say here. Oh, you know what? It's not letting me draw. Hang on.
Yeah. Make sure you get the right tool, and it won't show up for the rest of us until you complete your line.
There we go. It's doing it now. And so this is kind of the path I'm thinking.
Okay, cool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So, Skorg, this is your vision quest. I want you. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna roll it because it's a funny die size.
Okay.
And every hex we move through, we're going to roll for a random encounter.
Nice.
So, Skorg, this means you're going to need to give me a d6 for every hex we're going to move through.
Okay. I've got the thing ready to roll.
Roll me the first d6. All right. Roll me the second d6. Third d6. Fourth d6. Fifth d6. Seventh d6. God, that's boring as crap. We're throwing in a random encounter because I said so.
Nice.
I support this, Chuck.
Yeah.
Me too.
Wait, so what you're saying is they literally just waltzed around all the bombs you had laid for them? I'm confused.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like a 6-6-4-1-5-1 2 3.
Undefeated Minesweeper champion.
We literally just
Nice.
needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what he was looking for.
The
7
six
and a
was from the
D6.
sixes were from a previous. I had rolled those previous for something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start your journey, and we're going to say it takes a couple of days to make it through each hex.
Okay.
And it's as you're in this third hex here. Or, that, I'm pinging it.
The one right to the east
Sorry.
of the
Yeah.
pin.
Yeah.
Just off the smoldering crater.
Yeah. Let me do a d6. So, Jake, what does Baron have on his person that would be shiny and reflective?
The mithril rim of his shield.
Okay, cool. Why don't everyone, as you're traveling, all of a sudden, fuck words. Oh, god dang it.
Especially that one.
Shade reaction. It's so good.
Escalates so quickly.
Really good.
Casimir,
hex.
Yes! Casimir is here.
give me an intelligence test there, Casimir.
Yeah. He's trained. That's a 12.
Okay. You see 3 shadows rapidly streaking across the ground straight towards you. You look up in time to see 3, and you've encountered these creatures before, so you know exactly what they are. 3 harpies. As they race out of the sky in a direct line towards you. Give me a reflex save.
Kaboom! 15.
Cool. You dive out of the way. I'm applying your 15 against all 3 of their attacks. As you dive out of the way, as 3 harpies swoop down to attack you.
XY's be gone. Sorry. What?
Oh, man.
That's dark. Dark. Even as a recent divorcee, that's dark.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Brendan. That was insensitive on my part.
No.
So let's do initiative.
All right.
I only have 2, by the way.
I wanted to make a joke,
I don't know where that third
and as a
one
future
came from.
divorcee, but then Melissa.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
She's used to me.
Which could be the reason.
Kick you out of the house and make you a filthy, homeless creature.
There.
Yeah. Yep, I deserve that 4.
It was a foregone conclusion after that talk.
Ew.
Oh.
That's what she's yelling as she throws your stuff out the door.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I've been looking for the Nintendo.
Gladius Rex Maximus is awesome.
Yeah, now we're going to swear all the time if it's going to be profitable.
Oh, thanks for those bits.
Oh, snap. Thanks, Dustin.
This does-
Another rolling or the luck for everyone.
Heck yeah.
Why is so much luck? Who doesn't have a lot of luck right now?
So much luck.
I'm gonna burn the after.
Oh, my gosh.
8. That's not
Watch
a lot,
one
right?
of us
That's
roll
like
a 1.
I know.
This keeps up. I'm switching over to physical dice for everything.
All right, but
Oh,
you
I
have to put
rolled a
camera on
1.
'em.
ones are good, right? Means good things happen.
Reverse
Maybe?
initiative.
It's just like Uno. They draw a certain card and it reverses
yeah,
the order.
of course.
Yeah.
So, Casimir, it looks like you rolled highest. You see these 3 harpies moving through the air, circling around to swoop down and attack you again.
I yell for everyone to look skyward because the air enemies are attacking myself being a ally of the water realm. And then I cast a spell.
All right.
Oh, baby. Here we go.
It's the spell with
Oh,
the really
oh,
bad
Oh,
mercury.
no.
Can
Oh,
I
no.
make a recommendation as part of the words that we don't want to say on air? Can we make it those? Like, I cast a spell?
No, I'm working on an auto caption, so when I say it, it shows up really big on my video screen. I cast a spell. The 4 most dangerous words in DCC.
That's great.
Oh, and I pulled it off.
Nice.
But I have to make a DC 13 will save as per the usual. Sorry, everybody. All right, I'm going to be mad for a while. And
Oh, Casimir.
I did
Right.
conjure
Yes, indeed.
I did conjure a shield that provides a +4 bonus for 1d3 turns.
Nice.
There you go.
So I'm mad and nigh impervious, not really nigh impervious.
Okay. So you cast the spell, the dead elder gods reaches out and touches your mind, and as all of a sudden all natural sense that you had in your head flees and the madness sets in on the corners, but your spell shields you from physical harm, passing the turn off to Four-Finger Frankie.
So I'm at like 18 right now.
And we'll say these creatures are like 20 feet from the group of you in the air. So
This
for
is why I
ranged attacks,
yelled.
you'll need to be planning 20 feet.
This is why I yelled prior to casting the spell, like, enemies from the air attack. And then I cast the spell and went totally mad for a while.
I'm gonna pull one of the teeth off of my necklace and use
Mhm.
my sling against them.
Sure.
Sling's not super great, but we'll see what it does.
Yeah.
Never know.
Ooh, a 16. That's a good roll. Does that hit? Yes, it does.
Ooh, I deal the max amount of damage I can possibly deal. It's a 4.
Okay.
And I'd like to sort of move under them to maybe with my move action, like under them to the other side of them. So I'm going to be like distracting them on the other side as well.
Okay. So yeah, you put 4 points of damage. All right, Skorg.
All right, so Skorg is still entering his paralysis spell, so we're going to say he's still learning that one. I accidentally put it in as a wizard spell instead of cleric. I just was going to use it. Whoops.
Yeah.
So Skorg is going to close that 20 feet and attempt to, with a mighty deed, blind the closest Hydra.
Harpy.
A harpy, sorry, yes. H-based
Hydras.
foe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sure. They're all about 20 feet from you.
Okay.
So I'll say you can go for the one that Frankie just hit, or I'll roll randomly to see which one you hit.
I would go for the one that got hit for the 4 points.
Sure.
For sure. If it's close and I can do it, that's where I'm going. I'm going to spend 2 of my fleeting luck to make that a success.
Okay.
And add to my roll. So let me click that down and blind it. Let's see. Guessing not.
10 is a miss. Yeah, 10's a miss.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. Baron.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna cast sleep on the
Wow.
harpy.
All right.
So let's see here. Where's the single die spell check? Bang, bang, boom. Ugh.
Ooh, no. Not unless you can luck that up.
Not high enough to be a success.
Okay.
I'll just eat it.
Okay. The first of the harpies, the one called Crack. Wow, did we really roll that poorly on all initiatives?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought I was last, and I'm like, okay.
Yep.
That's pretty bad.
Initially, the harpies picked out Casimir as their target. You can see they're all rather kind of like emaciated. You get the sense they're hungry, and they were trying to pick out what they thought was going to be the easiest target for their meal.
Silas starts laughing when he hears them say they're hungry.
So I'm going to say, with all of you becoming hostile, it's open season, which puts Frankie as the primary target of this harpy. So the harpy swoops down and just dive bombs an attack against you. This is going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and that is going to be just 1 single point of damage.
Did I heal from that 1 point of damage over those 2 weeks? Can I just assume that I heal? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I take 1 point of damage.
And then the harpy takes back up into the air, and it's going to keep that 20-foot range. I will say they're going to try and keep their range. So just for me to you, if you want to do some melee, you're going to have to try and, like, when it swoops by, I want to tackle it or I want to swing it. So just plan your actions out accordingly if you need to. Brother Vernon.
Okay. Brother Vernon is going to cast a spell. And I'm going to shoot the shotgun up at one of them in the sky. That's
Cast a spell.
I cast Boomstick.
Yes,
Nice.
I'm going to cast my boomstick. Okay, so
You got a preference or just whichever one?
If one of them's obviously taking damage, I suppose I'll go for that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Why is that showing up so strange?
Oh, wait. There we go.
13.
13. That is a... Is that right? Let me double check. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah.
I'll burn if I need to. Okay.
No, that's a hit on its own.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to cast a spell. The
power of Dogs of Thoth compels you to fall down so they can stab you.
And then this thing is going to make
This just turned into the best game of Duck Hunt ever.
We do have the dogs, right?
Yeah.
You do wing this creature, and it doesn't completely fall, but it drops about 10 feet. So now it's only 10 feet off the ground.
Cool.
Harpy, the one that you just shot that's 10 feet, it's going to pick Jake. Baron. It swoops in, and it makes an attack against Baron as it's coming in. But all of a sudden, you can see this glint of recognition in its eye as it closes in on you. And it screeches out, and rather than attacking you, it tries to grab your shield.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. And it does so.
Oh,
You need to give me an opposed strength check.
Oh, jeez. That's not going to happen.
So I'm not going to let this thing steal it from you on the first go, but if you fail it, it's going to have a really solid grasp on it. You're going to have to struggle getting it off. And then next turn, it could try. So you could luck yourself up to beat that.
I'm gonna luck up 3 to make that a 21.
Sure. So it tries to grab a hold. It's got a real loose grip on it. You get the feeling on your turn you could easily, not even using an action, just remove this thing from your shield. But it starts screaming at you. Give me the shiny. Give me the shiny and I'll let you keep your eyes. Give me the shiny. And you hear the other two harpies start squawking about a shiny. Like, shiny, give us the shiny. Give us it. Give us your treasure. Give us the shiny. Silas, there is now a harpy halfway latched on to Baron's shield. The other two are in the air.
I'm going to eat you just like I ate your mother. And then I'll come over and stab it.
Sure thing.
That's what heroes do.
That's what heroes do.
Go team butt stab.
Oh, 19 is a solid hit. 5 damage. This thing is still up, but you put some serious hurting on this. You got more than one attack, don't you?
I don't think so at 3rd level.
Okay. I was thinking of something else then. Oh, I was probably thinking of your Hyperborea character.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. So next up, it's the third harpy, who is now entirely focused on Baron and the shiny that Baron has. And it swoops in. And that is going to be a 16. But rather than trying to steal it, it just wants to remove Baron as holding on to it. So it's just a straight attack against Baron. Baron does a 16 hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And it deals 3 points of damage as it scratches at your face as it swings by. That's another point of fleeting luck thanks to Dustin.
Ooh.
Thank you, Dustin.
And that takes us back to the top of the order, Casimir. Christopher, what are you going to do?
Since Casimir is completely off his rocker at this very moment, thanks to the mercurial magic of that spell, I'm going to roll a d8 because I have ascertained that there are 8 combatants in combat currently. And then I will 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're lucky. I'm going to attack the harpy that has the initiative of 4.
That's Crag, so that's the one that's still in the air.
Radiation generation from my 3rd eye.
Sure thing.
Ba-doo. And I'm gonna pump it up with 7 fleeting luck that I have lying around here.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 13 plus 7 gives me a 20. And I shoot a radiation blast that inflicts 1d8 of radiation damage to the target.
Okay.
They can save for half.
All right. That's only a 5, so they fail that.
They're going to take full damage and then remain irradiated for 1d6 rounds, suffering an additional 2 points of damage per round.
So how much was the base damage?
Base damage is
6. Not bad. And then how many
2
rounds?
2 points for 5 each
Wow.
of 5 rounds. Beep.
Okay.
Glad that happened to a harpy and not a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie.
I'm going to hit the one that attacked me with my sling, if it's still
Okay.
alive.
That is actually one of the ones in melee with Baron and Silas right now.
Oh. Then I'd like to I'd like to move up to it
Sure.
and do I have enough ability to like pull out my shovel and also
Sure.
attack?
I'll
Okay.
let that happen. Now, if you want to get a backstab on this thing,
Yeah.
I am going to make you give me a luck test at this point, just to see if it's possible with the positioning, because there's 4 creatures there in melee.
Luck check?
Luck check. I'm sorry. Yeah, luck check.
I always ask just because I never know which one to actually.
That's fair. Yeah, you absolutely can get a backstab on
I have
this thing.
so much luck right now.
Nice.
I have saved so much luck. All right, I'm going to try and do a backstab.
15 is a hit. 13 on crit table 2. And go ahead and roll me that d10. You can keep whichever one is higher.
5. I keep the 5.
All right. Table 2. 13.
I did not want to cast Fireball.
Oh, this is... foe is disoriented by quick strike. Suffers -4 penalties to all attack rolls for 1d4 rounds. Give me a d4.
Nice.
All right, I should have known. 3.
3 rounds. So... Very cool. Skorg.
Gorg is going to give this paralysis a shot at the one that he swung at that Frankie also damaged for 4.
Okay.
So we're going to see how that goes. Yep, cool. First time casting a spell, Skorg is still figuring it out.
Okay. So that does mean your disapproval rating has gone up by 1, so you now critically fail on a 1 and 2.
Right.
So yeah, you try to cast your spell, you lose it for the day. Oh, you don't lose it for the day. Just spell check failed, increase disapproval rating by 1.
Yep.
And yeah, you try it. You don't quite have the incantations. Maybe you just need a little more practice.
That's right.
Baron.
I'm going to take a swing at the harpy that tried to grab at my shield.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say, here's your shiny D16 since we're outside.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. There you go.
All right. You can see this thing's really starting to slow down. You're really putting a good amount of hurt on this thing.
Excellent.
The harpy that's still in the air is going to make an attack against Frankie, who just put a lot of hurt on her sister Mag. Let's put that there. So it swoops down, and it's going to be a passing attack. So it's going to swoop and attack through its swooping. But that is only going to be a 7 to AC.
That does not hit.
Then it returns to its flight of 20 feet up, passing the turn to Brother Vernon.
Brother Vernon will try to do the same thing he did last time and kind of clip the wings of the one that's flying and try to get them to lower a bit, make them a little bit more accessible to our heavy hitters. All right, so here we go.
15, and I'll say that 15 is a hit in that 10 damage. That is going to be enough to drop this thing to the ground. So
nice.
Go ahead and give me a D6 for fall damage.
Okay.
Awesome.
5.
All right. The one that is now on the ground, you clipped its wing, it fell. It is just as hurt as the one that the rest of you have been ganging up on. The other one that's trying to get Baron's shield has been completely untouched so far. So, the one that's surrounded and being attacked, it's going to keep its focus on Baron. It's going to just try and steal your shield again. So this is going to be an opposed strength check, and it's going to try and rip your shield out of its hand. So this is going to be a D20 plus 3, so it's a 6. You need to beat a 6, Jake.
Kidding me?
Oh.
Do you have any luck?
Luck to burn?
Luck?
Yeah, I've got luck to burn.
Okay.
Yay,
You
fleeting
get
luck.
that up to a 7?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. It tries, but it fails to get your shield out, and it just screams at you in anger. Give me the shiny and we'll let you live. Just give it! And the turn passes to Silas.
Well, I've made my feelings known to this harpy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my promise.
Gonna eat this damn thing.
I am.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna
With
skewer
that-
it.
Oh, and actually, Jake, I forgot about the -4. That would have been a 2 you had to beat.
Oh.
So go ahead and take your luck back that you had to burn. You only had to get up to a 3.
Okay.
But Jeremy, Silas, you skewer this thing with your trident, and it just goes limp on the end of your, fancy pitchfork, dead.
Just like a kebab. I'm gonna start gnawing on it.
There you go. Delicious. And that was Mag, so let's put an X.
You're a little stringy.
I'm going to delete that there. So next up is the other harpy that's in melee with Jake. It sees Mag going down, and it takes it very personally against Silas. So it goes over to Silas, and it just tries to scratch your eyes out. Does an 18 clear your AC?
Yeah.
All right, and it puts 3 points of damage on you as it starts scratching.
The hell do you think you're doing?
You killed my sister. I'm gonna eat your entrails.
I don't think you understand.
Wear
how
you
this
like a
works.
necklace.
Yes,
Casimir.
Yes, okay.
And your insanity. It is now passed to your turn.
Luckily, that same harpy is still alive,
Mm-hmm.
and so he will again radiation blast it.
Yeah.
Since
That's
it's
the-
not down.
And that's the one that's flopping on the ground now.
Oh, even better.
Mm-hmm.
So totally gonna coup de grace.
Now it's still
Or
conscious, so you wouldn't get a coup de
completely
grace.
miss.
But you're doing range,
mean,
so you won't get a bonus on it. But yeah, go ahead and
Boom. Another. That's a 13. 1d6 of radiation. Plus, it's still taking damage from my previous turns.
that is accurate. It hasn't. Has it had its? It did have a turn. Yeah, it did have a turn. So yeah.
So it'll take 4 plus, I believe it was 2 per.
Yep. So I've got its updated HP, and you dealt 4 damage. Now it gets to save for half,
That's
and I'm
correct.
going to make it take a penalty seeing as that it's on the ground. It fails its penalty. So that 4 damage you put on it slays that harpy, cooking it in its
roast
tracks.
chicken.
Frankie, there's one left. And
I want to kill it.
Try to kill. Now, this is the one that hasn't been injured yet.
It's in the air?
No, it's,
Oh.
it's flying in melee range with Silas. So it's hovering at like that 5-foot range, but it's still technically airborne.
I'm going to stab at it with my sword, with my shovel.
Hey, Debbie Snacks, thanks for that sub.
I'm going to stab at it.
Sure thing.
Yeah, Debbie.
Here comes the stab, if I can find the button. Not a backstab, it's just a regular stab.
Stab.
Stub. Oh no.
Ooh, that 8 is a miss. If you want to burn luck,
How much?
would need to put 5 on that.
I'm okay with it. It's only 1 damage.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
So you're just not able to get a hit because of how much it's kind of flapping around and just, yeah. Skorg. One is left.
Skorg's gonna look at his hands as he was making the incantation last round, and be like, "Stupid god, I trust steel." And he's gonna run up and he's gonna try to do a hobbling attack on the harpy, trying to get it prone with his mighty deed. I'm gonna burn. It's 3 to get it to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn my last fleeting luck.
Okay.
And attack.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
13 is a hit. That's precisely what you need. 14 damage. That's fantastic.
Stupid incantation. How about decapitation?
And your hit, it's so strong and mighty that it just knocks this thing to the ground. And you do get that good feeling from your sword at, drawing blood and the intense urge to finish the job. But the turn passes to Baron.
Oh boy. I'm worried about Casimir attacking us on his next turn.
That's a possibility.
Genuine possibility. So I'm going to cast Charm Person against Casimir.
That's awesome.
Lamau.
I 100% respect that.
That's cool.
That's great. I love it. Go ahead and roll it.
Buddy. It's all cool.
Everything's good.
Friends. Yes, we're friends. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh.
What's the effect on a 21 on Charm Person?
I gain a target. I can target a number of creatures equal to my caster level. Well, I was only targeting him, so you'll have to make a will save or fall under my complete control as if you were my friend. However, you will not perform actions that are suicidal or which a devoted friend would not otherwise perform.
And normally I'm your friend anyway, so.
Yeah,
Let's see how
so
this goes.
Yeah.
We'll save.
You gotta beat a 21. Oh, yeah.
in that case, I'm going to charm Casimir, point to the harpy on the ground, and say, "Finish the job."
Finish the job. Yes.
That was a great play.
See.
He goes chasing after a giant.
I see
Oh,
that.
God.
That was the original job.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang it. That job.
Off to find the dwarf killer.
All right. Brother Vernon.
Okay. Can I run up to the thing on the ground and can I just bash it with the what are those things called? The stock of the shotgun?
Yeah. Just take a melee attack. That'll be strength. And then I'm going to say a shotgun bash. I'm going to call it a D4 in damage.
Okay.
Seems
I'm just
fair.
going to roll my staff then because I have a staff.
Okay,
and
cool.
That's basically the same staff. Okay.
9's a miss.
I'll burn for luck because I think it's cool.
Okay, cool.
I
Yeah.
feel like we're gonna have a natural one soon. So
Yeah. All right. So you put 3 points of damage. This thing's in real rough shape, and the turn passes to Silas.
Good. So it's down on the ground.
Yeah. Right next
Perfect.
to you.
While its sister is still skewered on the trident, I'll just turn it upside down and try to like impale both of them on the trident at the same time.
Harpy kebab.
Sure. Go ahead and roll it.
It's a kebab.
You're gonna take a +2 on this because it's
I
prone.
love it.
Oh, I should have given that to you, Jeff. Jeff, you can take a luck back.
oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because you would have.
need a
How much
kebab.
luck did you burn? You burnt 4.
I burned 4.
Take 2 luck back.
Oh, very nice. Thank you very much.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, and that
Kebab.
you got 2 harpies on your kebab. 2 dead harpies because that 12
Yes.
damage is enough to slay it. You all now have the corpses of 3 dead harpies. They don't have any loot on them, but they are definitely very, very dead. Congratulations, you did it. And actually,
Nice.
we're at time, so that's going to be where we stop tonight. We'll pick up next session with you all making it to the Baron and then Orlane, and then you'll figure out how to cross the river. Don't worry, Dustin. Everyone take those fleeting luck that Dustin just bought. We'll save them for next session. Oh, I didn't
One
see that.
kebab.
2 harpies, 1 kebab. That's fantastic.
Yep.
The theme of the week on
Dustin's
some
been-
streams.
Dustin has been Automod's biggest focus for the evening, apparently.
Has it? I don't. I get notifications every now and then, like, "Hey, is this okay?" Like, initially, it didn't like the word herpes, and I told her, like, "You can totally say the word herpes," but I didn't catch any others. It was beyond my approval rating. So yeah, that's it. This has been our little hex
Still here.
crawl.
Cheers, Lich.
Cheers, Lich. It was. I wasn't thinking about the fact that you guys could just go in and just become instant friends with that village. That was a lot of
Yep.
fun.
That was. Thank you so much
was
for letting that
wonderful.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you rolled with that.
How dare I guess Koresh before you say the city of Koresh? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That was funny. I knew where I was going from. Like, I want to cult this up enough that people can get it, but not enough so it's slapping people in the face. So that was fun that you got it.
Wonderful.
That was good. So
Debbie says don't say Koresh. I
okay.
said it again.
Oh no.
We're going to fill the swear jar just on that word.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go through and we'll do our pluggables. We got 3 of you that need to do some plugs. So I'll start you off, Jeff.
Yeah, so twitch.tv/thelollygaggers. It's our home channel. We play Alien every other Monday, including this Monday. So you can come check out myself and Jeremy and Chuck as we're playing in that. We also play games on the weekends as well. So go ahead and give that a follow. And on the opposite Mondays, we're on the Free League Publishing Twitch channel. So you can follow them. And we also every Thursday with Jen and with Friendin play on the Zweihander RPG channel as well.
There you go. Jeremy.
This coming Wednesday, we'll have a good batch of superhero fun, some spectaculars.
That'll be on twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold, our home channel.
Oh, yeah, good times. And then in the meanwhile, if you want some more superhero fun, feel free to check out the Plutecast and listen to some nerds talk about nerdy stuff.
That's it. And Christopher.
I'll just say we're playing the Hex Crawl from Planet X's Phylactery number 1 to answer the question in chat.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
right
Chuck's
there.
got it up right there.
Right there.
I am Christopher from Two Old Guys Games. We are at 2oggames.com. And you can also find Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden and Rules of Engagement and Sink the Stir Cararius. And coming this month, Let's Be Bad Guys, Pirates, and The Village of Death, all on Drive-Thru RPG and wherever fine RPGs are sold. I don't know.
There you
I
go.
would recommend
Sickly Ned
Sting of
rules.
Stercorarius
Debbie's
and-
right. Sickly
yeah.
Ned rules.
Yeah.
Likes to blow stuff up, apparently.
There you go. Jake, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I do recommend Sinking of the Stercorarius and the Ziggurat.
Those are fun
Mhm.
adventures.
Thank you.
Yes.
Great time.
Let's see. Yeah, we're Defenders of Kobold. You can find us on our home channel. I'll put that in the Twitch right now, or in the chat. So, boop, right there. That's where you can find us. Like Jeremy said, we'll be back Wednesday for some spectaculars. We'll be back this Friday for some 5th edition. What are we pointing down?
We'll be back tonight.
Well, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. I'm
getting there. I understand. Yeah, Friday we'll be back for our 5th edition game that Joe runs called The Hollow Throne. Next Saturday we'll be on twitch.tv/Free League Publishing for our run of Forbidden Lands. Forbidden Lands is a lot of fun. I'm really excited to get back to that game. It's so great because it's really easy to run because the books are so detailed and there's just random tables everywhere. Like the Harpy encounter we did was just a random encounter I rolled from that book. So it's fantastic. Check out Forbidden Lands. Check out Free League Publishing. But as Jen was getting to, once we end the chat here, give us like 5-10 minutes. We're actually going to go to Defenders of Kobold, our own channel, and we're going to be playing some Among Us on stream. So hang out, watch us play Among Us as
Watch
Brendan
us be
said.
super sus.
Ooh,
Watch us be
Among
super
Us.
sus tonight. So sus tonight.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Defenders of Kobold. Check out us. Check out the Lollygaggers. Check out Two Old Guy Games. Check out the Pludecast. Check out our zine, Dan Dies in the End. You can find that on Drive-Thru RPG. Still on sale for 50 cents. Best 50 cents you will ever spend. That's what we got. So we're going to sign off here. It's been a blast. And like I said, 5-10 minutes. Find us over on our channel. I'll put the link there again. We're going to be playing Among Us. It's going to be great. That's all I got. I can't say my usual sign off because it is above the rating of this channel. So we'll see you next time.
Stay illuminated, stay stimulated, and support your local businesses.
There it is. There you go.
Ooh, nice.
Cover your face when you cough or sneeze or breathe within 6 feet of other
Sneeze
people.
into your hats. Or don't do that because you might have gross stuff
Ew.
in your hair. That's gross. Ignore that.
Some people call that pomade.
Ah, that's what it is. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're ending this before it goes any further south. So we'll catch you all. Come hang out with us on Defenders. We'll play some Among Us. We'll catch you all later. Goodbye.